comfort zone, protecting people with a tone, with a tone. We just want to save this world, so prepare yourselves for us. Take me down, 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 down. Try to lift me up, up, up. I will stop the time crashing through my mind. Let's try to get up beyond.
All these white lies got me hypnotized. Get out of my head, get in my bed, I'm broken. It's only a matter of time, shifting my paradigms. You hold me, you hurt me, I'm sinking and drowning, and I don't deserve it. Your heart is frozen, the water is rising, and I'm just a drop in the ocean. Falling, slow motion.
realign, reconnecting my foundation, reunite. Oh, I'm digging, got my feet on solid ground. No more levitation. There was always a longing for more, a deeper connection. Was disconnected from the source within. There were parts of my core, senseless and frozen. Wisdom hidden, locked up in my soul. No more levitation. No more levitation. No more levitation. Levitate. No more levitation. Levitate. No more levitation. Levitate. No more levitation. No more levitation. There was always a longing for more, a deeper connection. Was disconnected from the source within. There were parts of my core, senseless and frozen. Wisdom hidden, locked up in my soul.
Here we are, we locked down in different cities, and our virtual connection falls apart. Guess it's been too many years since California. Now the memories of us is all I have. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles. We pretend that time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before dawn, gotta be patient for a while. Someday we'll look at stars in distant sky, when I'm on the other side. Take me back to the life that we once knew, when the walls weren't closing in like they are now. 'Cause it's been too many years since California. I wish I could get there, I don't know how. See, one day I'm gonna reach ya, take a plane for many miles. We pretend that time time didn't pass us by when we're on Mulholland Drive. I know it won't be long before we're done. Gotta be patient for a while. Someday we'll look at stars in the same sky. When I'm on the other side.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Never leaving you in the darkness, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your hard-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. Baby, you can count on me now. When you're falling down, 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 I will find a light in your soul, I'll be there. Leaving you alone is the hardest, even when you're out of focus. I will be the light in your life, you'll see it clear. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your hard-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. I'll be your inspiration, 'cause I know that you'll do just what you're told. I'll be your hard-earned temptation, 'cause I know that you'll make it on your own. Wow. Yeah, yeah. On your own.
Sweet delight, you are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day. And when we open I'm a lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, the light of day.
clear. 26 से 28 पॉइंट चाहिए था. I am waiting. Points calculation. Secures the round and he secures the victory.
Champion Esteria, congratulations for winning this beautiful tournament.
With that, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WD Black Cup Season 4, powered by NVIDIA. GeForce official e-commerce partner, Amazon.in, and esports partner is gonna be Skyesports. We bring to you the last semi-finals for the tournament, from where we'll find out the last finalists as well. It is gonna be between the teams Gofigure and it's gonna be which
Wicked Gaming.
Team Wicked. Yeah, that's the two teams. You haven't seen Gofigure perform on stream, but yeah, behind the scenes they've been doing a lot of work. They've been winning some great matches as well. If I'm not wrong, maybe they beat Semperex as well, so that's something that's obviously an accomplishment for them. But yeah, with me it's gonna be Crips, Casts, and my name is Paikash. We'll be your casters for I'll be your caster for the first match, then it'll be Crips and Edge. They'll take over from there. But yeah.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna miss you regardless, and I'm sure we're gonna have fun in the first game. Don't you feel glad that we're gonna start things off itself, and the first map would kind of dictate the pace of the game, especially because these two teams have been quite good. The fact that they're able to get up into the semi-finals proves to us that they have some metal in them. Now, we have already seen Wicked Gaming play. Gofigure, on the other hand, well, they've been developing in the shadows. Some of their matches have happened off stream. So while we know they're damn good, we haven't really seen it with our own eyes, and that's what makes this game a little more exciting. A little glimpse of their grandeur can already be felt from the score lines and the brackets that they have been through. But because they haven't been in front of our eyes, we still get to speculate of what this mystery could be. And that's what the beauty of today's game is, ladies and gentlemen. A certain sense of uncertainty in the air, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, the mystery is gonna be there, something to find out. But yeah, there's one thing that we know for sure. It's been a zero cool from the team Gofigure, who's just at 99th frag. He needs one more frag and he'll be the first player to get 100 frags in the tournament. But that's something absolutely phenomenal coming in from him. The other team, maximum frags the player has is something close to 88 or something. But zero cool, bro, he's another level. We don't know what's he been doing, but yeah, we'll find out today for sure. How's he been getting so many frags, and most probably till now the most top fragger, yeah, more or less.
Yeah, he's been the guy who has the highest frags in this tournament. Imagine getting 99 frags, but us not being able to see single one of them, and neither one of them comes to our memory. Yeah, that's something, isn't it? The fact that he will be getting his 100th frag today in this tournament in front of our eyes, it's spectacular. Zeroku definitely has been feeling himself throughout, and I'm expecting lots of good things from him today. But what about the rest of his teammates? The fact that he's been able to get so many, it also kind of tells us that his teammates set him up for success, which kind of leads us to assume that he's either an entry fragger or some sort of an AWPer. Exactly what does he have in store for us? We will find out soon enough. On the other hand, we can tell you that Wicked Gaming have been on a hot streak of sorts. They are trying to exact the revenge of what happened to them in the previous Skyesports tournament. They did get in the upper echelons but weren't quite able to get to the finals. And this is something that they hope to change today. There's a lot at stake.
Yeah, they were playing pretty great in the last tournament as well. But yeah, they weren't able to make it to the top. They weren't able to make it to the finals. But this time, maybe they can. They still have that opportunity. This BO3, whoever wins it, just like we know, that team will be getting a slot in the grand finals. And that is going to be held at a LAN event, so that's going to be really fun. We'll be seeing the second LAN event for WD Black Cup here, absolutely massive. But yeah, we have the schedule as well. Let's take a look. And in the meanwhile, we'll find out about the map veto as well. But yeah, we already know it's Gofigure versus Wicked Gaming, a BO3 between them. Whoever gets the first two maps will be the victor. And we for sure are going to figure out who is the better of them. Is it gonna be Gofigure or is it gonna be Wicked Gaming? Maybe it's Wicked Gaming. They redeemed themselves from the last previous tournament. This could be the one. This could be the tournament that they make it to the grand finals.
Yep. And while we take a look at these teams, you also need to keep in mind what they are fighting for. Let's move on and figure out what's at stake here. But before we talk about the stakes, let's take a look at who's going to be competing to get to that grand final. From Gofigure, we have Zero Cool, Logan, Long Barrel, Macho and Torres. Now, I know for a fact that Zero Cool, Macho and Torres happen to be friends who live in Kolkata. Logan also used to play along with them quite some time ago, but he's been on and off. One player that I haven't really seen a lot is Long Barrel, but then again, that doesn't mean that he is new or anything. It's simply because I haven't seen him doesn't mean that you can't expect much from him. This guy is the mystery factor in today's games. Meanwhile, the other players along with him, Zero Cool, Macho, Torres, they have been playing since a very long time. I also remember seeing them in quite a lot of LANs back in 2018 and 2019. They were always the kind of team who would place in the top 3 and top 4 in every single tournament, but even they weren't able to achieve their grandeur and success back in the old golden days of CSGO. Now that the new era of CSGO is taking over, these players find themselves in prime position to mark a spot for themselves and really just place themselves to be place themselves on the top of the CSGO scene. That's what Gofigure brings to the table. Moving on to Wicked Gaming, we've seen most of these players as well in this tournament, so at least we are familiar with them. We've seen them play in WD Black Cup before. We've even seen them play in the last CSGO championship that Skyesports held. So at least with these guys, they aren't strangers to us.
Yeah, I was just checking it out. We did see Gofigure in the last tournament as well. I was thinking that some of these names sound familiar. Macho and Logan and Zero Cool as well. They played under the team name of RTX. That's why we don't remember the team name.
Alright then. So yeah, exactly what I'm saying, right? The players have been active since a very long time. Now, sometimes their rosters change, sometimes the team names change, but these are all players who have been familiar with the game since a very long time. So regardless of what banner they play under or what name they play under, the match itself, the action itself is going to be really high octane and definitely worth watching.
Yeah, that's something we'll definitely be on the lookout for. Both the teams have some absolutely crazy players, but we have the map veto come in as well. Let's take a look which team is gonna go forward. Oh, it's the head-to-head first, then we'll go forward with the map veto. But Zero Cool, we obviously know, 99 frags already on the board. He just needs to find one more, then he'll hit the century of 100 kills. Maybe before Crazy Gamers, that's a bit more. He needs to, well, that's a lot. It's gonna be easier for Zero Cool. All he needs to do is find one frag. 1.43 KD there. Or is it rating or something? Is it different?
Rating, it really depends on how you want to measure it. It's not your simple KD, but according to HLTV, their impact rating is something that they use to define all their players, and a lot of different platforms have different ways of measuring it. Like on HLTV, it's measured differently. On ESCA, it's measured differently. I don't know if you are familiar with this name called So Strong, but they had their own way of defining their impact rating. It's just a mathematical calculation of how good a player is. Anything above 1 is considered amazing. Anything above 1.5 is considered godlike. A player like Simple himself has never been able to get more than 1.6 in any given tournament he's played. So it's basically a way of measuring how good a player is. It's a combination of things that you take into account. Now, I don't want to get into math here. Everybody knows I hate math, but it's a factor of how many kills you get as compared to how much damage you do every round. And if, let's say, you are able to get multi-kills, 3 or 4 kills in a round, it counts as more. If you're able to spread out your frags, getting one single frag in each and every round, it accounts for even more, because that improves your consistency. So I mean, there's some math behind it. Don't ask me how exactly it is measured. There's a huge formula. If we have the time for it later on, I can explain it too. But for now, let's just move on and move away from math. The thing you need to keep in mind is, the bigger it is, the better it is.
With that, we'll be heading to the map veto. And okay, first map coming in is gonna be Mirage. Gofigure is gonna take that pick. Wicked Gaming goes forward with Vertigo. And third map is none other than Overpass, which is gonna be the decider. But will Gofigure or Team Wicked let the other team get to the third map, or is it gonna be a 2-0 clean sweep coming in from either of them? Both the teams are pretty well experienced, just the names changing there. The players are same. They know they've played against each other as well. This is gonna be a really good matchup coming in. Mirage, Gofigure has or should have the upper hand, should have the advantage, as it is their pick. Vertigo should be Wicked's better map there, but we'll find out. Yesterday we saw something pretty similar. The map pick which was for Team Wolf, they won, and the other map pick which was for the other team, they won. But yeah, Kingpins won their own, Team Wolf won their own, but in the end it all came down to the decider map. If we see something like that, that is something we'll find out.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing to keep in mind. Yesterday, when we saw Vertigo by the hands of Team Kingpin, these guys were absolutely devastating. Like, they prepared for Vertigo like nobody else. Most of the matches we saw yesterday were evenly matched, if that's the right way to put them on. There was no one particular team who dominated on Mirage or Inferno. Yes, they were winners, but the difference wasn't huge. But when it comes to Vertigo, that score was 16-5, so it really tells you how much Kingpins are prepared for this. Now, luckily, Wicked Gaming aren't facing a team like Kingpins, otherwise Vertigo would have been a devastating choice. Mirage, on the other hand, it stands to be a more neutral map, so this should be a fun game. Without further ado, let's hop into it, ladies and gentlemen. We have Wicked Gaming starting on the CT side, Gofigure as the terrorists, and we are about to go live with the first game of the day, or rather the only game of the day. The second semi-final is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Team who wins this one will get to go to Delhi for the LAN finals.
Yeah, that's something we will surely find out, but it's a match pass coming in already.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hopefully they get it sorted real quick. But yeah, Wicked Gaming towards the counter-terrorist side. We've seen most of them play already, but I'll be especially on the lookout for Kill Switch and Defaulter, and even Fired Up. These three players are the main fraggers for the team. On the other hand, Gofigure has Logan. We've seen him. Zero Cool already is one of the best fraggers in the game, in the tournament, and Macho, with his deadly opping skills, is gonna impress us. Hopefully he does today as well. But yeah, this is a really good and balanced matching, and we'll see that through the scores as well. May the best win, may the better perform how they are, and yeah, we'll find out.
Kill Switch unfortunately has disconnected for the time being. I'm pretty sure that he'll figure it out, but like I said, by every single tournament has something or the other like this, where a player loses his connection. I'm telling you, buddy, I am cursed. Every tournament that I've casted in CSGO has had some of the other players disconnecting at the worst possible moment. And when you've seen enough of the stuff, you start to question your own sanity, you know. You either start to question that, hey, maybe I am a cursed caster. Every single game I cast has problems like these, or the game itself is cursed, because no CSGO tournament has been free of incidents like these.
Yeah, then again, we don't know who really is at fault. Is it the game? Is it the ISP? Is it just the PC getting overheated like yours was? But yeah, there are so many things that can go wrong. And that too, it somehow completely happens at the right time, when it's a tournament, and it's when it's a do or die situation, when you need to win, when you need to go and play, but you can't help it.
Exactly, right? I mean, do you blame luck at that point, or do you just accept this as some order of grand fate, some scheme that the universe has conspiring against you? Whatever your beliefs are, whichever god you pray to, whether it's Lord Gaben himself, or whether it's an arbitrary one like the Glock or the manifestation of an AK-47, whichever belief you put your faith in. Yeah, just pray to them that kill switch comes back and we can get this match underway.
Obviously, it was a technical issue, but yeah, he is reconnecting. He'll be back with us soon. Till then, let's talk about the maps. We saw that Gofigure is the team that picked up Mirage, a pretty OG map. Both the teams will be more or less hugely, immensely experienced on the map. I don't think so Gofigure would have advantage per se, but yeah, if they have a better control on the map, if they do get better trades and position the utility perfectly, which at this point each and every team does tend to do. Yeah, what could be the key differentiator where we could see one or the other team winning or taking?
So the key differences between these teams is that Wicked Gaming and Gofigure are starkly different in philosophy but very similar in playstyle. Now, humor me, I know whatever I just said will sound a little difficult to digest at first. Wicked Gaming have a little more discipline. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. It could also mean that they are rigid. When I say that they have discipline, I mean that their players don't interchange positions between each other. For example, if Crazy Gamer fired up, play the A side every time, Default Kills play mid every time, and Killswitch plays B. They won't change those positions amongst themselves. But they will change things like when to push a certain area, when to play passively or when to play aggressively. But the area that they handle doesn't change as often. And then we talk about Gofigure. Discipline-wise, they are not as rigid as Wicked Gaming. Their players change positions amongst each other frequently. They try out new stuff, even though fundamentally the team is doing the same thing. Just having a different player anchoring A main, even though he's playing in the same position, even though he's playing at a very similar timing, it makes all the difference. So when Wicked Gaming want to try something, their entire team as a unit will move at different timings. They will either pick up the pace or drop the pace. Gofigure, on the other hand, doesn't mess with pace that much, but they will only change their players' positioning. If Macho is holding A, Zero Cool is holding B, they'll do a switcheroo. They'll send Zero Cool to B and Macho to A. You know, so that's the kind of stuff they will change. But fundamentally, the overall strategy remains the same. They're just hoping that because a player has different inherent ways of approaching a game, it throws their opponent off guard a little by little every single time.
Yeah, that's just different play styles coming in for both the teams. Wicked Gaming, they have a better control at the positions they already have or they've decided. Just like you said, they usually just change weapons but not the position. On the other hand, Gofigure is a all-rounder kind of team. They can do and they can play out each and every role perfectly. So they don't really need to focus on positions. They just go and do whatever they practice to do, and they do it brilliantly as well.
To sum it all up in very simple sentences, Wicked Gaming will mess around with the pacing of the game. Gofigure will mess around with the positioning of the game. Now, this is a very general reduction. This does not mean that this is the absolute truth. It is not the capital T truth. These teams will sway away from the given narrative at any given time, and to some extent it is kind of unfair of me to generalize their behaviors in such reductive sentences. But like I said, humor me, it's only my perception of how these teams behave. Of course, there are several outliers, there are several ways where their behavior changes.
At times you do need to be predictable, and in these games both the teams will be expecting for some classic default plays, and
yeah, they
that's
will
what you
default
need to
nicely.
counter.
Yeah, defaulting and counter, I'm actually glad you brought that point up. So when these teams hold their defaults, right, Wicked Gaming will hold their defaults in pretty much the same way, but when they go for executes, that's when things can change. Gofigure, on the other hand, changes their default so dynamically that it becomes difficult to predict what they are doing. Of course, when they stick together for executes, they may not be as coordinated or as deadly as Wicked Gaming, but when it comes to just holding their defaults, Gofigure are much harder to predict. So like I said, both these teams bring fundamentally different concepts to the table. They own have their strengths and they have their weaknesses, but that's what makes this game beautiful. There's no one correct way or one universal truth of how you should play this game. And both these teams bring the beauty of variation in such different ways too. There's levels of dynamism and then there's a level of Indian Counter-Strike. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you can't expect anything at this point. We've discussed so many things. What we may just see in the game is Wicked Gaming completely doing opposite of what we think they will, and Go
Yeah.
Figure doing something that Wicked Gaming might do. That's
Oh,
just
yeah,
the fun
and-
part.
Yeah, that's the fun part. And another fun part is these teams learn from each other so often.
Yeah, they do adapt to each other's strats and all that. And it is, to be fair, needed at times, because if they do let the other team play like they've been playing, and if they're getting those rounds, they need to counter it somehow. Maybe learn from their own mistakes. That's something they use.
Well, for those of you who are just tuning in, you guys are about to witness the semi-final between Wicked Gaming and Go Figure. Reminding you once again that the winner goes to land in Delhi. We also have the dates of the events. I think this might be close to 16th and 17th of February. The venue apparently... Wait, hold on. We have announced the venue too. I'm just not familiar with it myself. So give me a second while I familiarize myself with the details and let you know. Meanwhile, do you have any predictions? I know I'm the kind of person who doesn't really ask for predictions most of the time, but I'm just throwing you under the bus over here. Forgive me for that. Bye.
It's okay. I really want to go for Go Figure. I don't know. Just that's the feeling I get. But yeah, Wicked Gaming could be the one to win. Never know.
Yeah.
What do you think? Wicked?
I'm tempted to believe that they would win because we saw them perform previously, and when they did, they kind of impressed me. But that could be me conforming to familiarity bias. You know, just because I've seen Wicked Gaming, I'm kind of siding with them. The other exciting thing is that even though I haven't seen Go Figure play myself in this tournament, or I haven't seen them play recently, I have seen players like Macho, Logan, Torres, Zero Cool in the past. So yeah, I know they're good players, but because I haven't seen them recently, and again, that's no fault of the players. These guys have been active in CSGO. I have moved away from CSGO. I've started casting a lot of other games as well. So just because I haven't seen these guys in a while, it kind of surprises me, and even I'm in the dark about what to expect.
We'll find out for sure what to expect. We don't know anything right now. Go Figure, new team. Kind of a new team. Things might be different today, whatever we may be expecting, because we don't know what they've changed up in their gameplay this time. We've been talking about what they've done in the previous tournaments under a new banner, under a new name, and maybe with some new teammates as well. Things might have just changed a lot, and we might see something completely out of the blue here, and we won't be expecting that. At least that's something I want.
Yeah.
Wicked Gaming, we've seen them, just like you said. A pretty
The only-
experienced team. Yeah.
Yeah. The only person who I haven't seen over here is Long Barrel. I mean, I don't know, maybe he's an old player who's changed his name, but this name is the only one that I'm not familiar with. The other 9 games on the server, I've always heard of them and I've known who they are. Now, what does Long Barrel bring to the table? That's the only X factor that's in my mind over here. Macho, Logan, Torres, Zero Cool. I remember back in the Starter League days, these guys climbed up the ladder very, very quickly. And they would be averaging around the 4th or 5th position in almost every tournament, and they were quite consistent that way. So you know that these guys are going to be in every tournament, they will participate, but they weren't able to get that glory of being on the podium often, you know. That's the story of Go Figure. Of course, that story might have changed in the recent past because I haven't seen them play. That's no fault of their own. That's partially my fault as well because I haven't been active in the CSGO community. I've kind of moved on to other games. The game that we shall not name over here, the other 5v5 game, the one that we all know what I'm talking about, but I just can't say the name for reasons.
Yeah, CSGO is the one we're focusing on today, so let's
Yeah,
just keep on focusing.
yeah. Damn, it's kind of like Voldemort, you know? You know exactly what you're talking about, but you have to say, you know who, because the V game is a little, it's a little taken over our lives that way. Which is exactly why I'm glad that Skyesports is bringing CSGO back in India. There was a time when CSGO used to be the best game to go to, and then the mobile games took over, and then some of the mobile games, man, you know which ones I'm talking about. And then the other 5v5 game took over. But CSGO, you know, the game that started it all, the game that kickstarted esports in India, yeah, it still deserves love, even in 2023.
Yeah, one of the OG games, one of the only games at one time where people went to cafes, sat around for hours and nights, just played and played. But nowadays we don't find that much anymore, that much CSGO. Some things have made CSGO a bit more tricky though at times. Yeah. See
Speaking of
today
the,
yeah.
speaking of cafe culture, by the way, to some extent, Skyesports does plan to bring it back. Now, this has only been a teaser so far on our Instagram. More details available on our page. Go ahead and follow at the Skyesports Gaming. But very soon over there, you'll see a post which goes into more detail. Up until now, what has been teased that there's 50 days of LAN coming soon in Mumbai. And not just that, but Skyesports plan to tour the entirety of the country, bringing back the cafe culture and hosting tournaments physically in every single major city. That culminates into a grander tournament by the end of the year. And we're bringing that whole circuit back, which kind of makes me really excited, you know, to see the origins of every single regional rivalry. It's incredible what Skyesports is doing over here. What's also incredible is that Kill Switch is back in the server and we might finally be able to get this game underway. We've kind of been treating this whole thing like a talk show up until now, and now we actually get to start casting it, you know.
Yeah, finally, we have the player, we have everyone connected. Let's go, let's get it started. The BO3 that we've been waiting for a while now. But yeah, it's gonna come in. Everyone's connected, and we'll be starting it off with a pistol round where I can just see one diffusing kit. In the hands of defaulter, that's all they're gonna use, and hopefully they can use it as well. But to be fair, to get to that, terrorist needs to get the plant in. Gofigure, who is the terrorist side? Wicked Gaming will be the counter terrorist starting right off the bat. It's gonna be an execute, maybe towards it. Yeah. Oh, would be abs. This could be just a fake.
Well, whether it's a fake or not, we know for sure that there's at least presence towards the B side of the map. But the only problem over here regards to Wicked Gaming is that despite there being no presence of Gofigure towards the A side, there is no counter aggression from Wicked Gaming. They're just still playing their defaults. And very soon they're about to find out that Gofigure is heading down these apps. Jump spotting by McGills will give them the information soon enough, but unfortunately there's no time to react. And whatever defense that Wicked Gaming throws over here will have to suffice. It is sufficing for now. Eventually Logan overpowers them both. Now we've reached the standstill. Gofigure need to plant the bomb, sorry. Like I said, too much Valorant these days. And that kind of mistakes will happen. But Gofigure, having planted the bomb, now need to wait for Wicked Gaming to make a move. Here comes the push. All of them coming out of the doorway on market. The crossfire from Gofigure adapts itself. And Logan still doesn't die, even though he did take his sweet time to kill Defaulter and Crazy Gamer. Amazing stuff from Gofigure.
Pretty flawless entry coming in. Oh, really good execute. Didn't take a lot of time though. I would have expected to maybe them rotating towards A after kind of throwing it off as a fake towards A, maybe something like that. But no, they did go forward with the B execute. They got it in. Got good as well. 0-1 throw line for to the second round. See, tested something here. 3 SMGs and this is she. Just get them the returns they need, but let's see. Defaulter. Okay, I thought it might be pushing mid. Nobody towards mid. That could be what Zero Cool needs right now. McGills finds frag onto Torcella. To raise Zera.
But what do they do with this Wicked Gaming? Rightfully so are converging upon the A side. That's where the execute of Gofigure is coming. But my goodness, what did I just see? Long Barrel and Logan just wiped the floor with everybody. Kills off camera, but the damage is felt even without actually being seen. It's just McGill's left, and poor guy can't really do much.
He's gonna walk past him. He doesn't know. Neither is McGill, so there's no chance he's gonna check Zero Cool there.
Wow.
He had an idea. He still is. Oh, he still is gonna miss. Spots him, gets him. Zero cool goes down.
It's kind of funny when stuff like this happens, you know? Like two ships sailing past each other in the night without even knowing that they fully exist. It's kind of silly how McGills is able to get that kill, and for so long both players were oblivious about each other's positions. But can McGills upgrade to the Khalil? Yes, he can. Gets the Khalil, takes it forward into the next round. Cool.
That was something. That was definitely something. But
Yeah.
well, we could get him, found a gun and got out of that alive as well. McGills. Some sneaky plays, some off-timed plays as well for Gofigure. I mean, it's not gonna matter either way. They did get their round and they did get planted.
Now, to supplement the firepower that McGill's harbors in his Galil, only Crazy Gamer has upgraded to P250. Everybody's still holding their P2Ks and USPs. Speaking of which, yeah, fired up using P2000 in 2023. Nice. We've not seen a lot of people use the P2K in this era. Everyone's just switched to the USPs. I mean, between the M4A1s and the M4A4s, there's still a sizable debate, but at least in the choosable USPs matter, in the choosable pistols matter, sorry, USP has the clear lead.
USP does have the clear lead. Crazy Gamer may just have gotten tired of the USP. Because at
Yeah,
times
he's
it
like-
does get a little inaccurate, even though you have your aim on the head, but still it doesn't connect.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, between the battle of P2K and USP, he's like, screw it, I'm the elite guy, I'm gonna say P250 instead. The superior weapon. But clearly, the Mac 10 is superior to both of them, so like, what even is the point of life anymore? Look at Gofigure, the amount of control they have. They got players in A main, in Palace, the bombs already reached B, and McGill somehow is fighting on A and still getting kills. That's the only killer on Wicked Gaming now. But this is... Yeah, sorry. This is quite an insignificant round in the grand scheme of things, so Wicked Gaming will not really mope over their losses for too long. They just move on.
To attack though. They used both the sides. They got the entry towards both the sides as well. They overpowered them each and every way they could. See slow line? Pretty good stuff for Gofigure, but we can see an Orbit being interested to fire up. Let's take in position towards maybe towards mid. They have a higher presence towards mid. They need players. One shot, one connector, one window as well. Kill switch, jumping and peeking. That just could be dead. But no, he's not gonna commit anymore. 4 players waiting towards the apps, waiting for the opening, waiting for the entry. It's not gonna be that easy. Dude is waiting for someone to maybe push in towards top mid, but even that's a bit too much to expect.
Quite a slow start from Gofigure. I thought that with this round they would at least pick up the pace, but that hasn't really happened. Fired Up, on the other hand, has a glass cannon. Now, this could be quite interesting. He's playing from the corner of B site. The kind of position which usually SMGs would hold, but he's not peeking from B shot either. McGill's, on the other hand, already towards underpass, doesn't see much. And at least he would have been able to hear all the players from Gofigure rotate away from the B side. So maybe Wicked Gaming would be prepared for this imminent A hit. Gofigure are positioning themselves. Let's see how much knowledge they have. The fact that Wicked Gaming is already making preemptive rotations towards stairs tells us that they might have a faint idea, but they haven't really taken the actions to take any preventive measures. They're just taking it as it comes.
We have smoke still their favorite. They have time plans as well. Another play coming in for the race. Ooh, he went in, he got the frag. Long barrel as well, gets one with his AWP. 5v3. Fired Up is waiting for someone to make those crosses, but I don't think so. He's gonna find anyone. Zero Cools, he'll try to clear some angles. Nope, they're gonna fall back. It's gonna be a save coming in for Gofigure. Oh, Wicked Gaming, they have nothing else to do. Torres finds one more. Kill switch was just rotating. All you wanted to do was save, but nope. He's gonna get get shut down.
Whatever's left of Wicked Gaming will be sniffed out, chewed down, and buried in the ground. Gofigure are like a bunch of wolves who are hungry for blood. And not the kind of wolves who get satisfied after they kill one person and eat them up. No, they want to track down the rest of your family as well and just put them through a lot of misery like that. They don't even let Wicked Gaming save. Mikil's at one point was the only guy with a Galil, and now he's the only guy with an M4. Like, life is funny that way. You find themselves fulfilling the similar role. Yeah, the weapons change, the circumstance change, the round number definitely changes.
Round number is definitely changing.
Yeah, but the roles for Mikil doesn't.
Yeah, and even the scoreline for Wicked Gaming doesn't at the moment. But yeah, just for now, Nah, I don't think so. This round even is gonna come in. Just Mikil with an M4. Can he make a lot of damage? Can deal a lot of damage. Needs to push in, but Zero Cool is waiting for that peak. Both the teams are playing so passively. They're just waiting for the other one to commit or overcome it maybe. But neither one of them is just doing that. Even after that, Gofigure just exactly knows when to get that entry. They time it so perfectly.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the game. Gofigure, they are still trying to figure out what their opponent will do, and neither of these teams willing to make a move. The tension in every single round is palpable, but because this tension happens in every single round, it kind of loses its meaning, you know for a fact that it's going to be a slow game. It doesn't have that same sense of anxiety anymore, but as the kills start to take place, the tides will turn. Now McGill's, the guy with the M4 has died, but luckily Killswitch managed to recover another M4, which he got from a dead terrorist towards B. Van.
At the right time, finds Zero Cool. Even though there was no flash to accompany it, but still it matters. He's on to fire up. Deagle not the best gun to counter it. Crazy game, but still. Picks up from stairs, gets one. Still alive, he still survives. 1v2. He's gonna spam through the boxes. Macho takes some damage, but still is gonna get out of there alive. Long barrel. Dude, say main with his op. Scoped in. The smoke is gonna really help him out. That way he can pretty easily cross towards the other side. Then maybe clear Macho. It's gonna be seen Macho. Very low, pretty low. Barrel had that angle. Barrel had the position under control, and he had the side under control as well. Just like that, it's gonna be a 5-0 scoreline. Wicked Gaming getting shut down yet again. Can't counter it, they can't hold it right, and they don't have an econ. So that's something that's definitely bothering and poking them a bit.
Oh, finally these teams have semblance of economic equality. Off on either side, smoke to transition towards truck, but hey, Zero Cool walks right past it into the open. Hoping to challenge the AWP in the hands of Fire Up. He won't give up his life. Luckily, Long Barrel still has the AWP alive, but they're losing players everywhere. Even Loken is trying towards the main. And they're just walking in one by one. He tried to actually go for a smoke out in the open, a molly rather, and this was supposed to be a shot where death was imminent for Torres, but somehow Long Barrel covers his fallen man. And now weapons change hands. Torres picks up the AWP instead of Long Barrel. Makes sense, Torres having only 2 HP will only live for 1 shot. If he can connect it, he might still be able to add value to the team. Long Barrel picks up the AK instead. But, like, in all circumstances, in a sane world, Torres should have been a dead man. He went for a molly in the open. Quite ballsy of him to do so. And he got punished for it rightfully because Fired Up legged him. It's just fate that Long Barrel was there to cover and trade. But as fate convenes and the time of judgment comes upon us, Gofigure still need to make a move.
Do plan on hitting A, and that could be the entry they needed. Because there's no one towards the side. They aren't expecting it either. Just one player towards spawn. That dude towards CT spawn. He's waiting for the Q to come in, but he has no idea it's an A hit. There's a player towards A main. He could get the backstab. Time he needs to. McGill speaks in, finds long barrel. That was the only player who had a good HP. Torres still surviving. Does connect the shot. Takes on McGill's down to a 2v3 with just 8 HP combined for both of them. It's gonna be a really tough situation to get out of. But if only they play time just like they need to, they could maybe get away with it.
Yeah, the ops marking the so it could be perfect, but default it does get the kill, and Macho's very low on HP. Well, fate convenes as it would have. A narrow defuse, but Wicked Gaming win this round nonetheless. There was a time of uncertainty when Gofigure decided to hit the ace site. Wicked Gaming gave it up. They left it open. The only close player was towards CT, and that too was because they thought the Gofigure had reached mid. They were watching the murder hole instead. And the reason Wicked Gaming had the luxury of giving up this ace site was because they had McGill's in the back lines. If it wasn't for McGill's position, Gofigure would never have been able to enter the ace site. But hey, because he took a sweet time to lurk around, Wicked Gaming also allowed Gofigure to move inside, plant that bomb, because retake was an inevitability. Gofigure had already lost their HP and their members before they even made a move and before they even planted the bomb. So fate kind of leaned toward Wicked Gaming right from the start. They made the first move, they got the fruit and the payoff for it.
How was the first round coming in for Wicked Gaming though? And even that was pretty close where Gofigure could have gotten it. But no, they had the timing working in their favor. Used it, got the round. Next round is gonna come in, it's gonna be the 7th round. 4 players towards A main, waiting for the time to hit 1 maybe. Are we gonna see smokes and flashes coming in? Maybe now, maybe waiting. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, Logan, he was waiting, but he didn't expect. So aggressive there. Fired up, finds one. Beautiful angle being cool. Didn't expect it. He got punished. 3 players being at him at the same time. Oh no, that's a slaughter. Crazy gamer goes in, huge goes in big. He finds one. Macho goes down. Now to a 1v4. It's just gonna be Torres with an AK. Stuck in a corner. That was connected. Can't do anything. Gonna swing out. Gets himself completely shut down. A 2-5. Wicked Gaming slowly are still making a comeback. 2-5. Just 3 rounds more. Tied up.
But that's what happens when Wicked Gaming get the opportunity to make the first move, and they keep on getting it again and again. Gofigure still playing it slowly, but there's a certain sense of playing slowly. Your defaults have to have no gaps. To find the gaps, that's what Wicked Gaming starts exploiting, rather. Sorry. But McGill's over here taking the first opportunity, making the move and getting that frag onto Torres. He even gets to fall back, which is surprising because Zero Cool was right alongside Torres. That could have been a trade, but because one player was ahead of the smoke and the other one wasn't, McGill gets away with murder and cold blood. Even Fired Up is able to pick one off. Logan deciding to peek by himself without any sort of backup. Same goes with Macho. It's almost like Wicked Gaming are offered these 1v1s and Gofigure have no way to trade them out. At least the cost of death was repaid in this cool position that Zero Cool was able to get. Executed. Defaulter never thought that he was in danger simply because he killed the guy who he saw. To some extent, you can even go ahead and say that Zero Cool was able to get into that position by baiting his teammate, although that would be a gross reduction of what happened. It is a half-truth. Long man and Zero Cool now trapped in an awkward stance where opportunities did not exist. The little momentum that they did gather by killing Defaulter will not be of much use now because they've given away the position that they held. 18 seconds left. Bomb not yet planted. Crazy Gamer in Palace. In case something goes wrong, he's gonna crash away along with Fired Up. Oh! Zero Cool. The plant denied, but Zero Cool is able to kill the last guy in time. No, he will not be able to plant. It's over. Again, all these rounds just come down to the last second. It's so anxiety inducing to see a whole bloody round play out, and you can kind of tell that Gofigure are gonna run out of time eventually. That's what happens again. That's what happens when you play this slowly. It's almost like a chess game, not a CSGO game at this point.
Both the teams are pretty patient, and that's working out for each of them. Sometimes it's a Gofigure, they just have the timing right, they get that execution as well. But at times it's just Wicked Gaming holding their position, find the right angles at the right time, they get the better of Gofigure there. But till now it's just speed 5. Wicked still hasn't yet secured the lead. It's 2 more rounds. But yeah, it's good B XQ. They have the bomb awaiting outside apps. 2 players towards B, 2 towards mid, with just 1 holding towards booth there. Yeah, I do see an op towards A. That could be the problem. That could be the problem that they'll encounter. 2 players towards A. This could be an A fake. But is it? Oh no. They're taking this bomb all the way back to A. 4 players have already capitalized towards top mid. Almost towards top mid. Crazy Gamer makes his way. Zero Cool once again at the same position. Ooh, he's gonna turn back. He's gonna go. Ooh, he could have had the timing just right. Macho still towards. Ooh, no Cool gave the sound cue. He got punished for it. Crazy still has a good angle though. Torres is gonna take the fight with him. Still has no loot. Crazy gets another. Ooh, could have taken down the third one, but it's gonna be Torres. Gets a frag. Down with 3v2. Man advantage still in the favor for Wicked Gaming. As well, it's gonna maybe be a problem for them to get that entry, but Macho completely ignores everything. He's just gonna jump out of the window, just like that towards side. They're still alive. Kills, shuts him down.
Yeah, but he's done his job. He sold the fake, allowed his teammates to go plant the bomb on A. But again, with CT, he dies. He was already at a man disadvantage, and it is even more difficult for Gofigure now. Yeah, this seems done and dusted. Torres can get all the kills he wants, but trades will happen regardless. It's almost like Wicked Gaming can afford to play slowly, because Gofigure themselves are playing this slowly, and every time Wicked Gaming can get the first kill, all they need to do is fall back and chill, and then let Gofigure trust Crazy Gamer getting into such an advantage. And Wicked Gaming aren't playing it as slowly as Gofigure, because even though Crazy Gamer moved into a very aggressive positioning, he was able to walk there, like simply hold shift. Takes you like 13 seconds to go from underpass to that position that he was holding, and yet nobody saw him. Like, there's such glaring gaps. The default Gofigure are holding, it's weird that way. Towards the B side this time. Mollies by Wicked Gaming holding Gofigure back, but then again, we've seen this before. What next? Does the narrative change over here? Do we get a plot twist, or is this just rinse and repeat?
Just could be what we saw in the previous rounds. Gofigure did need to maybe tune up their game a bit, maybe increase the pace they're getting their entries in, because till now the going slow has worked for them, but Wicked Gaming is pretty is gonna get the better of them pretty soon. If already made the difference come down to just 1 round. Problem before he finds one. The flash was perfect, but it was Macho gets straight in. McKills gets Macho down. McKills takes another. Zero Cool gets picked off. Long barrel as well. Another 4K. Could this be an ace? Oh, it could be. It could be. This was a 4K. Definitely was a 4K there.
Well, this is such a weirdly paced out game. For the first 15 to 16 seconds, there's absolute silence. For the next 40-something seconds, there's nothing but footsteps and waiting and anxious baiting. And then within 5 to 10 seconds, everybody's dead. Like, it's such a contact-based game. There's no progressive pacing. There's no moves that Gofigure or Wicked Gaming make individually. But the moment I say that, Long Barrel kind of proves me wrong by killing Defaulter, who happened to peek out a window by himself. Fired Up was supposed to peek alongside him, but I'm assuming there was a smoke in his way. The crossing one. That's probably what prevented him from getting the trade. And that's why Fired Up has also repositioned himself towards the mouth of Connector now. Once again, he's been smoked off. Cut out of the action, trying to get something done from the mid window instead. Unfortunately, the only thing that he can communicate to his team right now is that Gofigure has breached B shot. That's the only actionable info that Wicked Gaming have. And now the Fired Up Gaming guys, they will have to worry multifold because even the ladder room is breached. Gofigure, they've been trying to get this mid take underway since the last few rounds, but this is the only time it has worked the way they actually intended it to. And they are now reaping the rewards of it. The A site assault underway now. No smoke towards C2, which means both these defenders have some semblance of a defense, but McGill's moves in, dives deep into the side and still continues to hold that region. Crazy Gamer goes undetected towards the mid-league's box and hey, what? He just let Torres pass by! Torres makes it all the way towards A-main without being punished, and whatever advantage that Wicked Gaming had, even the littlest of it, is now down the drain.
Crazy Gamer, he held on a bit too long. Maybe he was going for the trigger discipline, but to be fair, he didn't spot anyone. He should have just peeked in a bit more earlier there. Could have found a frag. At least could have been a positive trade there. Macho waiting to his jungle before someone comes in. Torres finds one and kills. Gets taken down. Last player towards top mid. They aren't expecting it. Kill switch. Did you hear? Nothing through. There's two players pushing towards mid. It's one now. Macho's no clue. Kill switch. Could you get that exit frag? No, this is gonna die. But a really good try coming in, but not the best try coming in for Wicked Gaming there, but Gofigure. What an execute. A dual-pronged execute. They got the B shot in, then they breached mid-window, and from there they went in for an A execute where it was almost evident that they would go for a B execute.
So let's see what execute they go for now. Up until now, whatever Gofigure has been doing, you can only call them late contact plays. They're not full-blown executes, at least not yet, but maybe this round can change that. Here come the grenades and the utility. Smoke. This time, Fired Up Gaming doesn't get to do anything with the shot. But Kills burns one alive. So I guess Gofigure will lose one player regardless. That shot to get the frag onto Fired Up was absolutely insane. Bomb gets planted. 4v4. Every Wicked member coming in from Connector. The smoke start to fade and the gates to the site are now open. A reverse smoke has been put up towards the center, but Master still thinks beyond it. That doesn't give him any safer. And look at the opportunity that Torres picks up on. They were all focused towards the main box, and Torres just jumps up from Tetris, gets to the top of stairs, and stylishly just blazons everyone in death. Woo! It's almost like Gofigure have fixed their mistakes to an extent where they lead Wicked Gaming's beliefs get to them. They're leading them to an elusive sense of comfort and then pulling the rough, ragged edges of reality from their eyes, releasing the blindfold, and Gofigure just get this round on the bag. It's poetic how they misled Wicked Gaming. Once again, they continue to do so. Even Crazy Gamer dies. Macho doesn't help out McGill's, and that's what happens when you go in too fast. But Kills which catches Torres in the most funny way possible. Torres had a molly out in his hand. What is this game? Now Defaulter fights Logan all by himself. What are these 1v1s? They're everywhere.
Trade him off. Oh no. Logan found him. He got him down. Got Defaulter. Even though a bit too took a bit too long there. Find out still holding under Palace. Gets one. It's just gonna be good for the first one. Logan needs some cover. It's just 16 HP standing, one bullet, and he can go down to 1v2. Just one pistol. It kills Switch's hand. That would have been a Deagle. Maybe he could have gotten the round. Both of them are pretty damn big. But no, it's gonna be Macho. Spams him down. Gets a crack, kill switch. Could have done better. But an 8-5 score line. Good try. Decent try. Good gaming 5-8. Just like you said in the starting, Gaming did get that comeback movement. It did equalize the score. there was a time when even I thought that Gofigure, like giving a shot into Gofigure's head, but no, they turned around the game very easily and pretty smoothly as well. Just like, see, one good round, got the second one as well, and now this could be just the third round coming in. Defaulter, bit late, gets a bit delayed, but gets picked up.
Oh no! Yeah, Crazy Gamer was too focused on underpass. He didn't realize that the rest of mid is open. And now poor Fired Up finds himself alone on the A side. I'm pretty sure that Torres must have spotted him over there. Information will be relayed that Fired Up has gone towards A main. That's why Long Barrel is checking for him now. Fired Up is trapped. Still finds the opportunity. He gets a kill on 0 Come on. Long Barrel should have been able to get that. And the nade just narrowly misses him. He gets away with a fraction of his HP. Logan's coming in from behind to kill Fired Up eventually, but by that time the damage is already done. Even kill switch is gone, and McKills finds himself alone yet again, man. This is what, the third or fourth time he's had to save in this half so far? I've lost count.
Miguel saved a lot. Saved a lot.
Yeah. Man's playing Save Simulator 2023.
But is it gonna be a save? Macho, he's expecting it.
Oh.
At that angle. Miguel's needs to fall back. Can't do anything else. But there's a player coming in behind him. They're gonna chase him down. They're gonna hunt him. There's no time. He can't save. Ooh, he finds one. Gets out of there. Now we can save. Now we can save pretty easily. All of them.
Can he? I mean, I called Gofigures a bunch of bloodthirsty wolves in the third round.
No.
Yeah. Round number 14, the story still is the same.
A lot of effort to save the weapon though, and that will come in. But I could try. Maybe. Last round in the first half. A 10-5 score line could be what I'm seeing here for Gofigure. They have a really good buy. They have all the utils they could ask for. And on the other side, Wicked Gaming barely has things to scrape by. They don't have mollies or just one molly and one split is all they can in West comes down to go down any entry. Long barrel misses one. They had a really good opportunity. All three of them were flashed.
Life gives everybody a second chance. Long Barrel taking some damage from the molly, but there's a gap in the smoke which McGills can exploit. The problem is, even though McGills can exploit that gap, Fired Up cannot. Of course, now that the whole narrative changes. Mid aggression in the works. Gets the kill. Torres gets the trade and still kills McGills. Wow, now that is an impact frag if I've seen one.
It got a bit too held up on that one. Player was even towards underpass there. Crazy gamer, it's 2 seconds. Why do we need that?
Good question.
Good. Maybe they get the prediction right, but there's an SMG rotating towards CT now. It's almost blown for them.
Yeah. In the past, Gofigure have not thrown a smoke towards the CT ticket booth, so maybe he can still help out, but then again, the SMG is not the right weapon for that range. Crazy Gamer with the FAMAS, trapped alone. If Torres moves ahead a few more inches, he should be able to spot Defaulter. Again, 20 seconds left. Gofigure need to make this move. Luckily for them, the crossfire for Wicked Gaming is not the strongest, so it can still be broken. About to find him alone. Yeah, there you go. Isolated, exterminated, and Wicked Gaming completely dumps it. Done and dusted.
That was a nice wipe out by Gofigure. Yeah, McHills is somehow saving a lot, but back on the board are impact flags. Do they count as much?
Some of them. Every time that McGills was able to get that flag, I would call it impactful, but then again, he was never, unfortunately, the tip of the spear for his team. He would be the guy who would, you know, reactively rotate rather than making those proactive moves. So you can't really blame him that way. Wasn't his role. Hopefully we'll get to see more from them in the second half, now that Wicked Gaming are on the attacking side. They didn't make too many proactive moves mid-game in the first half. Whatever proactive moves they were making came in the form of underpass aggression at the start of the round or like some mid-fighting. which then stopped towards the middle of the round.
Those were intentionally. They did leave mid intentionally open
Yeah.
completely. That worked
Yeah.
out. Good, had better positionings, but it's gonna be McGills comes in, gets the race, finds the opening. Okay, just
Wow.
moves on everyone he finds. Moves over here. Wow, beautiful kill switch. Finds one under Palace, completely being exposed. Gets a frag onto Logan down to 1v5. That's not the best situation. This.
It's kind of poetic, isn't it? Gofigure dying alone, no trading potential in any of those players. And this was a problem that Wicked Gaming was facing in the first half. So it seems like none of these teams can play a perfect CT side.
That's the okay. Macho gets one. I wasn't expecting a position there. There's right, one towards left, but can he take all of them on? Nope, it's gonna be frag. Coming for kill switch. Wicked Gaming a deadly execute. That was a really quick execute. Gofigure wasn't expecting that. Pretty fast paced, and maybe they got Gofigure completely surprised her. That would be something. That's why they won the round so easily. Just like you said, none of the teams are perfect towards CT side, and we can see that. We can pretty clearly see that.
A 4-stack from Wicked Gaming towards the B side. That's cool. Would have been a lot cooler if Wicked Gaming actually went there. Go figure. And now the stack is towards the A side, but it's a bit too late. Wicked Gaming have already taken everything. Long barrel does get a it's futile.
They found the third as well. I didn't expect him to. Whoa. Barrel unable to get a frag with a USB onto an AK. That too so far off. Not the best place to peek. Not the best gun to peek with. McGill still holds a shot. Still holds 3 shots. Waits for Macho to peek, and he knows he's there. He knows he just needs to patiently wait, and Macho will peek into his crosshairs. There's a blade. Cornered completely, but Macho finds one.
Nice. Now let's see if he can grab an AK or not.
That's
41 HP only.
I don't think so, yeah. 2 players pushing in, both angles, both sides. Couldn't have taken both of them down.
Well, at least Gofigure can now purchase weapons. Weren't able to convert the first 2 rounds of the game, but hey, new weapons bring new opportunities. Let's see if they can capitalize on these opportunities, or do Wicked Gaming continue their run of terror. A lot more utility on the side of Wicked Gaming as compared to Gofigure. 4 smokes available on Gofigure, and sure, these smokes can be used to delay the pushes, but it's not like a hard stop. There's no mollies on them. But this could be a hard stop. Long battle gets McGills. He was blinded, and he then got a kill through the smoke. That's like the most possible op shot to land. But speaking of impossible, that's what Crazy Gamer is here to change. Defaulter comes in to help him out, but even though they are able to get into the site, they're losing members, and the bomb is dropped in the open. They're moving in towards long barrels. Cross says he uncharacteristically misses. And Defaulter continues to challenge the this man. The molly flushes him out. Good teamwork between the two of them so far. Neutralize the man advantage to some extent, but by chains things, and he catches Defaulter off guard. Wow, the fact that he can get the kill of the Crazy Gamer as well is insane. Logan's tired of all this, man. He wants to get to the finals quickly, digging Gofigure a shallow grave. Doesn't have time to dig 6 feet.
Was just able to do that. Quickly flipped towards his head and got the frag as well. Beautiful 2K coming in. Finish off the round. A 7-11 just when we thought Wicked Gaming were getting a bit of a momentum working for them. And Gofigure were ready to completely shut them down. Make them think otherwise. It's gonna be Crazy Gamers. Pushing towards the pass. Maybe gets a frag onto the guy on connector there, but that's going to be a bit difficult there. 3 players towards A, 1 towards B short, 1 towards B apps, holding towards fan. With the smoke, he's waiting to get even a slight sound cue there, and as soon as he finds it, he's gonna use a smoke. Maybe that helps him. Maybe that doesn't. But Crazy Gamer is waiting. Long barrel has a better angle. Position. Gonna be a mid execute coming in, but not a good enough buy for Wicked Gaming. But they can pretty easily turn the situation around. They get that opening frag. Wicked will be confused.
Not as confused as Wicked Gaming though. Both teams taking their sweet time, and yet after 40 long and arduous seconds, they have reached nowhere. Haven't even gotten off the starting line. The only thing that's changed is utilities being dumped. Now that nade connects and fired up loses a chunky part of his health. But that is... And now the execute happens. 1 second and the kill just turns up. Macho, McGill's, all of them getting kills, but after the dust settles, the bomb will still be planted on the long barrel. Reach the markets time. Not quick enough to help out his team though. Logan still picking up kills towards Connector, and he did not expect Crazy Gamer to shooting back. It would be sensible to assume that all the attackers would be towards the site and not be shot, but life finds a way to surprise you, just like Zero Cool is surprised, confused, and all alone. Lonely in a cold and desolate world where Wicked Gaming can now continue, even though Gofigure had the advantage at the start of this round.
He did manage to get away with his gun and an exit frag as well, so that's something. 7-8-11 scoreline. Wicked Gaming still in the match. Still have something going on for them. 3 more rounds, they can equalize the score. To be fair, all they've been doing is chase a score that Gofigure gives them, and then as soon as they're close enough to that, Gofigure completely shatters their confidence and gets a round on the board, or gets 2 to 3 rounds on the board. But yeah, this time they need to be sure if they do get the momentum, they can't let go of it. Just need to get the rounds. Just need to get him without losing it. Fight up. It's an aggressive position to win. Gonna miss the first one, not gonna be missing the second. Gets a trade. Oh, gets a frag. Zero Cool. Can he somehow manage to get that weapon out of there? Or was it even a weapon? I don't think so. Just a pistol. Good. Holding close Palace. Kill switch. He knew there was someone, but did he get the frag? It's gonna be Zero Cool with his M4. Takes some kill switch. Grenade. Ooh, that's a nice way to get the frag. Ooh, B's completely out open. And T's aren't going to capitalize on that. They have no idea. They still think there's someone holding. They'd be dead wrong. They could use this. But to be fair, they need to go towards B, and there's no one even thinking about doing that.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, imagine the frustration. You have access to certain information, but Gofigure do not. And internally, you just want to scream at them and communicate your thoughts telepathically, but they will still take their sweet time. They don't want to take any risk. And in doing so, they invite themselves into this trap that Gofigure have set up for them. And what's worse is that Macho decides to push up mid at this very moment. The moment when Wicked Gaming are about to approach the A side. Like, he was perfectly positioned. But now things go into utter chaos. Quite a funny flag for Taurus, but Wicked Gaming are able to get it nonetheless. It's an awkward, just collection of awkward moves for Wicked Gaming, because they seem to have an idea every time. And then every time Gofigure find themselves in a nice position, Wicked Gaming move in a way where Gofigure end up bamboozling themselves. When these players go back and rewatch this war later, they will be laughing themselves off.
Yeah, they'd be thinking that for sure. We could have gone there. Why didn't we? Why did we?
I know, right? I know, right?
That's something after the match ends, but right now we still have some rounds to go through this. Gets one, gets instantly picked up, and again he's ready for another. Logan had the flash working for him. Somehow he got the better of him. Fired up, gets a trade, or gets a frag on to Zero Cool. His Opposite were definitely paying off. There's one CT, and always they didn't bother to smoke CT. Could have been a problem, but nope. They did get the plant in, so that's something. Defaulter holding close to his side. That's
Yeah.
firebox, but I don't think so. He'll be able to do something.
Yeah, but he's not peeking either.
Yeah.
Defaulter now finally makes the move, especially when he saw Logan cross into the open. Macho and Long Barrel how to reach the border. Play along with his teammates who do peek from Palace at the right time. Fired up, makes his position known to its Tetris, but a shoulder is visible and Long Barrel tries to exploit it. Ends up losing his life in the confusion of the smoke. And this grayscale continues to turn into monochrome as Gofigure lose the colorful lead that they once had.
Wicked Gaming really coming out right now. A 10-11 scoreline, just one more round and they'll be close. They'll be there. They'll be moving forward towards the tiebreaker, but for that they need to win this, and I guess this is gonna be a pretty one-sided round coming in for Wicked Gaming. They have all the youth, all the five of them. Just Defaulter with an SMG. Fired up, gets one, takes Logan down. They decide to push in a bit too aggressively towards Pass, but he gets punished. Macho Lele finds one, takes a crazy. Defaulter gets one, gets the second.
That's what happens when you don't communicate. Macho was holding bench. His teammates assumed that it was safer for them to come out of the market doors and windows, but that wasn't the case. Communicate that the left side of the site, the head of the shoebox, has already been taken over by the terrorists. If that communication was present, then maybe the CTs that were coming out of the market doors would not have been killed in a fashion. Macho stayed silent. Now he was able to get that one kill, but unfortunately that's how his teammates died too. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a beautiful example of communication breakdown. And the breakdown of the lead. Whatever advantage Gofigure once possessed is now reduced to ashes. Wicked Gaming match them toe for toe, money for money, dollar for dollar, and I can bet my bottom dollar that this game might just get into overtime.
It's possible, it's completely possible. The way things are going, but yeah, if Wicked Gaming finds a momentum which they've already got to an extent, I guess Gofigure will be completely unable to counter them any longer.
Hold on though, this wonderful push from Gofigure, they have not done this before. Two people already pushing out of the B apps and reaching TV already. This kind of a man and a map advantage has never been in the hands of Gofigure before. And just when Wicked Gaming seemed to be taking the lead, they made this move. Fired up though, delivering frags nonetheless, getting the entries required, and McGill's continues to do the same. So Wicked Gaming have turned this disadvantage into an opportunity. And they take control of the tries to exploit it, but McGill's is watching. Zero Cool comes through with the trade, but Logan is able to get one freebie, and this wasn't supposed to happen. After all is said and done, they find themselves in a beautiful square zero. Yeah, exactly, but the top mid guy gets missed. And Crazy
But
Gamer's
yeah.
heading down there.
He has the position, has the backstab at the right time. He's gonna get Logan, he's gonna wait, maybe wait for the second player to peek in, but no, he doesn't need that. He's gonna take Logan down nonetheless. Down to 1v2. Fault's position is unknown as well. Where exactly should Zero Cool focus? He's confused. Can't do anything. There's no time as well. Crazy Gamer peeks him confidently and finds the track either way. Gofigure had a really good read on the situation. That backstab as well was working out really nicely, but Wicked Gaming were able to turn around the tables pretty damn quickly and easily as well. Ooh. That was a good round for Wicked. They needed that. Gofigure, if only they'd had gotten the round there, would have been a complete shift of momentum for Gofigure. They could have gotten back their lead, but yeah, Wicked weren't ready for that.
I don't think any of us were ready for this kind of a game. It's so back and forth. The teams keep getting into each other's heads. They keep outplaying themselves sometimes by overthinking. One thing is for certain. None of these teams did homework about each other. They did focus a lot on their own playstyle, but they're playing in such a comically similar fashion that one would assume that they are long lost twins. Finally, a change in pace as Gofigure hold the B side like they normally would, but Wicked Gaming are going in super fast. This is the first time they've made it execute in the first 30 seconds of the round, and this is a breath of fresh air. Whether it's bullets or whether it's fire, he will still get all the kills, and Gofigure will not be able to desire any form of a revenge. Long battle, lustrous shots from the Deagle. But can he follow up? Gun doesn't reach. Grabs onto the AK. But will he go for the retake, or is this going to be a save? Time is already half gone, and the defuse kits are not present. So what do they do here?
Definitely not going in, that's for sure. Not gonna lead away, does go for a frag there. Doesn't make it happen. Vertigo gets one. Misses the jump. 1v2. He can get one for extra frag, that will be the best thing, yeah. Gets one. Gets a two there. Not for the third one.
No!
Picked off.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
He does
What? What is this game, bro? What is this game on? Honestly, bro. Oh. But hey, you gotta appreciate what Wicked Gaming did for us. They changed up the pace of the game. They go for a fast execute. This probably the first fast execute that we've seen from them in this half. And it results in success. They get a lot of kills. Gofigure completely bamboozled by this change of pace, and
double
Wicked
ops
Gaming
coming
get
in.
that round. Yeah, the double op definitely could be a deterrent. Gofigure say, hey, you know what, Wicked Gaming, they're catching us off guard way too often. Let us do the same. Let's return the favor. Nop on either side. Logan's watching the wrong direction though. If that smoke fades, he's gonna get a bullet to the back of his head by defaulter.
Oh, he's gonna jump down. A lot of rounds given away though.
And even the defaulter can convey this location to his teammates, maybe even flush out his enemy with the molly. They're still not. They're waiting for kill switches timing, and he finds the timing. Good kill onto long barrel. This should be a clear indication that they should hit A, but instead they're rotating back towards D spawn. Gofigure, they get a second lifeline. If Wicked Gaming would have attacked the A side at that very moment, they would not have been able to hold on. But then again, it doesn't really take away the threat from Gofigure. At this point, it's a 2-2 split. 2 on A, 2 on B. Nobody marking mid. I'm starting to feel nervous, Spy. Wicked Gaming have way too much freedom. But despite having all that freedom, they go to the one spot which is completely defended by Torres and his op. And another grace of lifeline because Torres doesn't deliver the killing shots. So both the players get a second chance.
They didn't fight an entry towards B, so that doesn't matter. They've entered A. One player who has gone unchecked completely. They don't clear him. Can he do something? Logan gets one. The positioning is gonna be really supreme for him. Gets two. Can pretty easily get the third one as well. Fired up, just down to 11 HP and an AWP. This could be the changing kill that they need. Not a changing kill. Kill switch finds one March. So not the best time to go down. Logan gets shut down as well. Fired up, drops him down, drops the lead on him, and gets the best of him. A 14-11. Wicked Gaming once again in such a situation where they shouldn't have come back from. They pretty easily did. And what a nice round. What a way to finish off the round as well. Fired up. Beautiful shot.
It's beautifully chaotic, man. That's one thing I have to agree on. The amount of opportunities that exist for either team and the number of opportunities that did not capitalize on. Oh my god. I'm telling you, buddy, there's one thing for sure. No matter who wins, when these teams watch this game later tonight, they will be either laughing themselves to death or face palming really, really hard. That thing's for certain.
Yeah. 26th round. Gofigure. They've been struggling. With the CD side. Barely got in a round. That's all. That Wicked Gaming. Let them take them. Logan once again with the same positioning. Maybe they should try playing different players with the same positions. Maybe that could be the change in strategy or gameplay that they need desperately right now. Go figure, but still doesn't do that. Macho once again holding towards B apps. Close. Maybe not gonna check. Go check. But yeah. Should not come in.
Back to square one. I feel like I've said this thing like 10 times now, but both these teams take a step forward, take a step back, and at the end of 1 minute, the only thing that's missing is utility. Not a single point of health reduced for either one of these players. I feel like this is the slowest game of CSGO I've casted, and I've casted the Navi finals where they won the major. If I can call a team slower than Navi, then you've definitely set the bar slow as hell. Scoping hurt by Torres. Okay. Miguel's about to peek him. Wins. Good stuff. I don't really blame Miguel's. One wouldn't have expected Torres at that angle. Position unless they're expecting someone from underpass, not the other way around. But Crazy Gamer is able to catch Zero Cool all by himself. Logan still standing on the corner, not on check, and he's able to spray them down. Kill switch comes through with the trade. At least the offer's taken care of, but default has already reached murder hole, and Macho had no idea. No communication was committed about defaulter's positions, and this is a complete breakdown in comms. Gofigure got in the most awkward situation. He tries to go into the fight, they run out of bullets, wrong man. Kills him for this game again. My goodness.
I had so many things happening at the same time.
Exactly. It's like nobody from either team is talking to each other.
Defaulter get into jungle.
The problem is not even defaulter getting in. The problem is Logan going unchecked, getting the kills twice over. It's like both the teams overlooked some really important players.
Three stack. Oh, gets that down instantly. Logan, not the best time. Kill switch gets the second one as well. One Vertigo goes down. McKill pushes in. He doesn't care for anything. He's gonna just push. Finds Zero as well. Down to a 2v5. This is not gonna be retake for them. Kill switch isn't gonna leave the W key. Just is gonna keep on pushing. McKill finds the final frag. With that, it's the 16-11 score line. Wicked Gaming turning the tables completely there. Oof, that was a game. That was something massive.
Yeah, that was something, bro. I wouldn't call it good, but that was something. It had its moments. It had its moments where I wanted to cry, where I wanted to laugh, where I wanted to facepalm, where I wanted to shout with joy. A roller coaster of emotions, like unlike any other.
So many things happening. Yeah.
I know, right? The fact that Wicked Gaming is able to make that comeback, and that too in such a fashion where, sure, there were several things going wrong for Wicked Gaming, but at the same time there were hilarious phase where Gofigure managed to bamboozle themselves. Stand-up comedies that have no set, bearing or no set foreshadowing, they have been funnier than this game. I honestly, I honestly don't know what to feel anymore.
Yeah, we did see a lot of things happening completely without any cues, without and so many angles being completely unchecked. When you'd expect most of those pretty normal, pretty standard corners to be the first ones to be checked, but somehow both the teams were
Overlooking them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that one round, Macho goes unchecked, even Defaulter goes unchecked, like both the team having previous oversights. And then in hindsight, when they go watch this game, they will realize the gold mine of content that they just gave us.
Both the teams were just countering each other's mistakes by their own mistakes. That was what's happening there, and that which team capitalized on the mistakes better, that's the team that won here. That's something I'd say.
Yeah, but regardless of that, that was a cool comeback. We've seen comebacks in this tournament, but none in this fashion, so it definitely leaves you with an impression, you know. And this is the kind of semi-finals that I wouldn't have expected, but I'm glad that I'm casting it. WD Black Cup Season 4, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last semi-finals that's taking place. The team that wins over here will go to Delhi to play on LAN during the India Gaming Show. The dates of which are 16th and 17th of this month. So like just a little over a week. In just a little over a week, one of these teams will be in Delhi. For now, it seems like Wicked Gaming will be the team that makes it over there. But again, I did not expect Wicked Gaming to win after the first half. The fact that they're able to make this comeback definitely has changed my opinion. My whole perspective of both these teams has changed after this.
Yeah, and let me remind you, this wasn't Wicked's pick. This was Gofigure's map. They started off. Yeah, they started off with such a great half with a 10-5. We obviously thought that, yeah, obviously it's their pick. They've gotten the great lead and they're definitely gonna get the win. But no, Wicked Gaming somehow came out of the blue, got some crazy rounds, and they completely shattered. Them. They couldn't. Wicked Gaming was just so good. Something. Gofigure just couldn't hold the sides, man. CT, just like you said, both the teams were struggling towards CT.
Yeah. I mean, there were some glimpses of brilliance, you know. There were occasions where Gofigure would take the opportunity to go underpass, play aggressively, or play mid aggressively. But then later on, when they found nothing over there, they went back. And it just so happened that in that moment, we could make their move. Like, the amount of times where I wanted to say timing, it's more than at least 30 or 40. This is the most unluckiest game of the lives of these players. I have to tell you, like, one thing I'm sure of, when they watch this demo later on, they will be laughing really hard. I feel like a broken record repeating this again and again, but it's coincidence. Is it that it happened so many times in this game?
Yeah, luck wasn't favoring either of the teams.
Yeah, Lady Luck just left. She just left the side, not in anyone's court. She just left, walked out.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, we have the scoreboard come in as well. We can find out what happened. Yeah, it's the player of the game first of all, McKills. Number of times this guy got an entry, the number of times he just W keyed and went in the side, just cleared the side single-handedly. It was a lot of rounds there.
Yeah.
Definitely player of the game with 25 frags and 18 deaths. With just 2 MVPs though, because entry fraggers don't get that much MVPs, but still did have a really good gameplay today.
Yeah, he got plenty of kills. Some of them by pressing W outright. Some of them by pressing Shift and W. And the amount of patience required to get into those slow game moments, it is incredible. Have to appreciate the resilience of this guy.
Pretty resilient guy, damn sure. But with that, we have the scorecard in front of us. Gofigure versus Team Wicked. First match, definitely a roller coaster. Things happening, so many things happening there. We couldn't have expected anything at any point of time. That's something. But yeah, Gofigure closing in the match so nicely in the start. Oh, in fact, dominating the match so greatly in the start. But just getting disbalanced in the second half. Wicked Gaming threw them completely off their balance. But yeah, Logan as well did manage to get 25 frags. Most of them were impact frags, to be fair, because I did see him getting all the frags either towards site or either when he was holding towards the CT Palace. That's something. Torres with 21 as well. Long Barrel 17. Zero Cool 13. And yeah, remind you guys, Zero Cool has made his century come in. The 100 kills have already happened. So yeah, that's something for Zero Cool. That's a slight achievement. And for that achievement, WD is giving away a lot of gift hampers, and Zero Cool will definitely be one to win it. Master with 13-17 as well did try his best. Not the best game for him, not the best for Zero Cool as well. But yeah, there are still 2 more maps left, and if they do get a win in the next one, maybe we do head towards the third one. Wicked Gaming on the other side with the 16-11 scoreline. A roller coaster of a game, just like I said. Crazy with 18, fired up with 20. McKills match MVPs with 25 frags, kills with 17, and was the last person defaulter. Even though we did see him getting a lot of frags, but still he has some sort of a negative KD, but not a problem for him. They did win in the end. So yeah.
That being said, even Crazy Gamer has breached the 100 kill mark. Now, I'm not
Ooh,
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, he's reached the 100 kill mark, but obviously he wasn't the first guy to get there. The first guy to get there will receive gift hampers from WD Black. Also, the first guy to reach 250 kills will get another hamper, but given the progress of these people, I don't think anybody's gonna be able to claim that prize.
But definitely.
Yeah, but speaking of prizes that these players will receive, it's nothing compared to the prizes that you guys can receive by scanning this QR code. Yes, that's right, the players are not the only ones with an incentive to play in this tournament. You guys will also be incentivized to watch it by winning these gift hampers from WD Black. If you have purchased any WD Black in the past, whether it's recent or, you know, the past, you can scan this QR code to claim a nice goodie for yourself. Now, whatever gift you get will depend on what you purchased and who your distributor was and everything, but you can find more details about that after you do the scan, so go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, guys, don't forget to scan the QR code. You'll be eligible for some really cool prizes. Yeah, but with that, this was the start of the BO3, the last semi-finals for WD Black Cup. With this, we'll find out who makes it to the final, who is it gonna be who takes the fight with Kingpins in the LAN event in Delhi. But with that, that's just the first match coming to an end. We still have 2 more maps coming in. One's Vertigo and the other one's Overpass. We are pretty excited for that. But that's it for the first match. We will be right back after a pretty short break. This was WD Black Cup Season 4. Don't go anywhere. Maybe 5 to 10 minutes, that's all you need to wait. We'll bring you the second match as well.
Here, 26 से 28 पॉइंट चाहिए था. I am waiting. Points calculation. He secures the round and he secures the victory.
Champion Asteria, congratulations for winning this beautiful tournament.
You picked me up and pulled me down, hold me up so I don't drown. Got your head up in the clouds, nothing left of us now. Your heart is frozen, the waves rising and I'm just a drop in the ocean. Falling, slow motion. You're a tsunami and I'm just a drop in the ocean. I'm guilty of loving you. I'm guilty of loving you. I'm guilty of loving you.
connection was disconnecting from the source within. There were parts of my core, senseless and frozen, wisdom hidden, locked up in my soul. Oh, now it's the time to realign, reconnecting my foundation, reunite. Oh, I'm digging, got my feet on solid ground. No more levitation. There was always a longing for more, a deeper connection was disconnected from the source within. There were parts of my core, senseless and frozen, wisdom hidden, locked up in my soul. No more levitation. No more levitation. No more levitation. Levitate. No more levitation. Levitate. No more levitation. Levitate. No more levitation. No more levitation. There was always a longing for more, a deeper connection was disconnected from the source within.
Might happen here. 26 से 28 पॉइंट चाहिए था. I am waiting. Points calculation. Secures the round and he secures the victory.
Champion Esteria, congratulations for winning this beautiful tournament.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to WD Black Cup Season 4. You guys are watching the semi-final between Wicked Gaming and Gofigure. We just witnessed what I would say probably the funniest and the weirdest Mirage game of my life. Like, there were instances where I wanted to scream, instances where I wanted to laugh, instances where I wanted to just tear my guts out and pour my heart into the game. Because there were so many opportunities, so many little things that happened that you can't really point out. And if you go back and watch that game, you will realize that both these teams were basically outmaneuvering each other. Sometimes by overthinking, sometimes by lack of decision making at the right time, and sometimes by sheer dumb luck. Now, because this Mirage game was so colorful, I'm assuming Vertigo will follow in the same footsteps.
Yeah, I mean, first one was a bit of an iffy as well, witnessing that from the backlines as well. But now we are going to be heading down to Vertigo. So I'm expecting a lot of ops once again coming into play. But if we get to witness something similar, like what we witnessed on Mirage, then get ready for another funny game because that was actually quite weird. I didn't expect that kind of I didn't expect this from at this stage of the tournament at least. But once again, Wicked Gaming already have one map in the bag, so looking like they have momentum as well. So they might as well close it as well.
Yeah, so Wicked Gaming, since they're in the lead, their morale would definitely be high, especially because technically they made a comeback, right? It was a very weird comeback, but on paper they went from 5-10 to 15-11, so that qualifies as one huge comeback. That's a good one. Wicked Gaming in the lead, but now the problem is Vertigo can be a very polarized map. If one team starts off with heavy momentum, they can continue it to the end of the game, and we saw that yesterday with Kingpins. Now, if any of these teams are prepared enough, then they can easily whitewash the other. If not, we will witness yet another painfully awkward game. And let's be honest, on Mirage, at least you can deal with that. In Vertigo, it's going to come at you with a sledgehammer and a surprise, and you will not see that coming.
For sure. The element of surprise is obviously going to be there at all times. But once again, I did not see a lot of coordination in this particular matchup. So I'm a little worried about the T side gameplay rather than the CTs. So whoever's starting off on the T side, I'm not really sure who it is exactly right now. But Gofigure and Wicked Gaming, they have the potential to do it. I mean, Zero obviously being the first one to cross that 100 kill mark, and then Crazy Gamer as well doing a really good job for the side of Wicked Gaming as well, as usual. And it's just the way that they've been moving on the map was kind of a weird. Let's just use the word weird right now because so many things in my head. But anyway, let's just use the word weird, or can we just use the word wicked because then it's Wicked Gaming. So anyway, so the way that they were moving on the map was questionable, but I don't really know how they made it work. But yeah, they just did.
Yeah, it's tough to point a finger as to the factors behind their success. There were several of them. The number of fingers on my hands would not be enough. I would probably have to turn into Hrithik Roshan and one more in order to actually give it a fair assessment. But let's move on. Mirage is behind us. Vertigo lies ahead. 51 stories above the ground. Semi-final deep into the tournament. Wicked Gaming and Gofigure lie in wait to find out which one of them will get the ticket to Delhi, which one of them will get to go to LAN and play against Kingpins.
The LAN, oof, it's gonna be insane. The CSGO LAN as well. So yeah, pretty excited for that one as well. Witnessed all the teams that are gonna be making in action versus the two teams. And now, go figure. It's a do-or-die situation for them. One more map. They lose this, well, they're going home. Well, if they don't, we will be heading down to the last map. It's going to be overpass. But if we can get close this one up, well, they will be heading to Delhi unless they're already obviously. So let's see how it's going to start off. We have a couple of utilities on the CTs, but that's about it. On Ts, though, Defaulter basically is going to be playing the support role, having all the util that his team needs right now. 2 Molotovs, 1 on Crazy Gamer as well, a smoke and a couple of flashbangs, and it looks like it is going to be B here because the bomb is slowly making its way towards B with Wrong Barrel. He's holding down with a nade.
Yeah, but this might seem to be a mid-win. Have Wicked Gaming already climbing up the stairs, and at the same time, kills. He's able to get both those kills. Lovely performance from Killswitch as he picks up the pace. Martin playing from quad. He's able to get 2, but unfortunately he's too fragmented, too cut off from the rest of his team to get any form of backup. And Wicked Gaming overwhelmed them. See, this is such a different pace from Mirage. In Mirage, Wicked Gaming were slow, kind of undecisive. And over here, they seem to be so much more in control. If we can get to see more of this from Wicked Gaming in the half, I think we have a winner on our hands.
That was indeed, quick switch of pace there. Wicked Gaming doing really good job, and they can actually close it off 2-0 if they keep going with the momentum. And it's also depending on the way that the mindset of Gofigure. Now they're gonna be feeling a little off, and will be taken down, though they're not even running and comes in the match and right in the faces of Torres. He's gonna be the only one surviving right now, but those 2 kills are to fire up and make goals. That was kind of awkward because they didn't get the information onto them. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't expect 3 players to be in the same position, right? You would expect them to be on the same side, yes, but not all of them holding the same angle. So I don't really blame them for running past the second guy, but everyone else who followed up was able to farm well enough with the SMGs. $600 kill bonus goes into the pockets of Wicked Gaming, just line them up with blood money, and finally Gofigure are able to master up weapons. Not too much utility, but then again, that's what happens when you have a 3-pointer loss bonus. If they lose this one, luckily they will be still having loss bonus, max loss bonus next round, so they can continue affording weapons again and again and again. But then they always are at the risk of running into this perpetual fast mid take from Gofigure this time. They're about to be with the jump down from the platform, but Langbearer and Macho are prepared for this one. No follow-up from the B staircase though, so that's...
Ooh, Defaulter gets one, but immediately traded out. Down to a 2v4. I mean, I was just about to say, if they lose, they will get the max loss bonus, but come on, do you really want to lose? Might as well just get the win. So Gofigure finally trying to figure out the way to hold these pushes off. Kill switch, dropping those grenades and the bomb as well. 3 players on towards B, 1 towards A. They're pretty much convinced that it's going to be a big push. And it is, actually. Fired up will be not... Okay, will not be given the sound cue. And now, never mind. Long barrels has given his... Here comes the flash. Beautiful. Now fired up. It's not going to be seeing anyone but kill switch in a 1v3. Gets 2. 1v4 actually down to a 1v2 now, but both the players are already here. He needs to land the headshot, he does, and now all of a sudden it's a 1v1 situation. Torres is the only one surviving right now. 58. That's all that he has, but that's all he needs. Because Torres...
Yeah.
100, never mind. He's down to 48.
Killswitch just activated himself over there towards the end of the round. Comes in like a wrecking ball from the bottom of B staircases and kills everyone inside. When Deepwater was making his move, this round would have been so much easier for Wicked. Good way to start. Fire up, snipes off Macho. You could see the hesitation in that CT over there. Long barrel almost wanted to peek, but then something changed in his mind at the last possible second that left Macho all by himself. Fired up, walks away by the skin of his teeth, gets dinked, but still alive, still living. Crazy Gamer though has finally finished off, but Fired Up couldn't. Getting another kill to his side, which leaves poor Logan all by himself in a position where he can hear all his enemies but can't make a move. Zero Cool was trying to move in from behind, and backstabs will be unsuccessful. And Torres is like, why on earth are you guys attacking here now?
They did not have a lot of economy to work with this one, so that's why he has it from us. And there you go, the reload comes in, Defaulter hears it, Tech 9 out, boom, headshot, 1v3 Logan. Opting to save pretty much. Has a defuse, getting a couple of flashbangs, so Ninja's out of the way. Because Crazy Grim is holding on, but Logan defuse. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he thought of Ninja defuse there for a second because he did hear a couple of players running towards the staircase. But there is one more player on the side. Even though Gofigure did win the third round, they were not able to keep up the momentum. Wicked immediately snatched it back and push Gofigure down to another eco.
Well, based on these smokes, they really want to take mid quickly. But again, quite a slow one.
Wall bangs.
Yeah. Well, the wall bangs are being rattled off. It's up to Zero Cool to reveal himself, and when he's done so, it kind of indicates that the rest of Gofigure is also playing very passively. They don't even need to check sandbags. See all these CTs move in, get into rotating positions, but again, it's a slaughter fest.
And also, I would like to direct your attention to the weapon of kill switch. He still opted for something. Get those extra money. And with the SMGs, it's always good to get some kills. But the beautiful shot coming in, long barrel gets one. That's about it. That's what I thought. Well, they do manage to get another one. Retrieve the FAMAS as well, and get the Mac. But that's it. 2v3, still doable, but they don't have a defuse case at the time. He's running for them as long barrel gets another kill on the crazy game, and now it's pretty much doable.
Yeah, somehow Gofigure turn this into a 2v2. Even long barrel picks up a AK. Now this is looking possible. Both the T's kind of separated. Defaulto playing forward, but his teammate is all the way downstairs. Nice flash. Defaulto could have peeked on the back. Damn it. But he's able to isolate the one. Regardless, Macho knows exactly where Fired Up was, but the weapon is just too dangerous to deal with. The AWP in the hands of Fired Up makes quick work of him.
If he would have missed that. If he would have missed that shot, that round was done. But that's a costly round for Wicked Gaming, though. Come on. It was a full eco coming in with Gofigure, only USPS. And somehow they managed to get 4 kills and almost got the round there as well. Macho, only Fired Up missed that shot. He was gone for. Or maybe not, because he did have a Tech 9 in his hand. They pulled it out immediately as well. But anyway, long barrel now picks up the weapon with the long barrel. Let's see if he can put it in good use. It's looking good for them, for the side of CTs, that is. Controls folding inside. He's smoked at the moment. Molotov. Oh, the wall bang is beautiful. The wall bang is good. Oh, actually, that was just spam through the smoke. I'm sorry, that wasn't a ball bang. But Fired Up.
Yeah, found the elevation.
Getting a kill through the smoke is good. Especially, I mean, it makes it 10 times better if you have an AWP in your hand.
Yeah, quite satisfying, isn't it? I mean, he found the elevation over here from the box. The smoke did not really help Zero Cool spot where his nemesis was, so Fired Up can get that easily. Having secured the man advantage, Wicked Gaming can now rest easy. There's still a minute on the clock, so plenty of time to make a move. They've also gathered some information as to where Logan would be. And now what do they do with that information? That's the main question of the hour. The burning question of the round. As the T's slowly regroup themselves towards the ramp and the scaffolding region, only one person can stop this, and that's Torres. He's in a position from where he can fall back if the smokes of Wicked Gaming land on the appropriate places. If not, he can always try to make a move, but instead he's choosing to move towards the right side where Crazy Gamer lies in wait. Welcomes him to the
He was waiting. He was waiting, and the enemy just walked right into the cross. He's not trying to land. Did he land it? No, he didn't. I thought a wall bang was on the cards, but default has to be really careful. It's all about the timing. And the CTs, well, they decide to back off. They're trying to save because the economy is pretty much 0. I mean, 50 on Logan, Match is sitting on 100. That's it. There's nothing else to work with. So they are going to be saving all the 2 weapons, including the AWP as well. Wicked Gaming looking really strong. The momentum is still on their side. I mean, we can pretty much say, you know, the momentum is being carried on from the last game. But the thing is, they switched up the pace and also the gameplay, right? I mean, Wicked Gaming last time were wicked, but this time they look a little more composed. And then they lose the AWP. Long barrel, unfortunate.
Well, here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We predicted this might be a one-sided affair, and so far it looks like it. The code word for today is speed, and Wicked Gaming seem to have taken that a bit too seriously because they right now are speed running through this game.
They definitely are. And they might just get the 6th on the board as well, unless Gofigure pull out something miraculous. Again. 1-5.
That is also the ratio of the weapons present on Gofigure. 5 players. Macho wields the M4, which he somehow managed to keep with him. And now he's the one who needs to make a move. At least Logan and Zero Cool have armor, so in case Marshall falls, they can still pick up his gun and continue fighting without getting game punched. And even though on paper it's a 4-stack to its elevator, Wicked Gaming are creeping in under the cover of the smoke, and that smoke's about to fade, so you know there's gonna be a bloodbath in the next few seconds. They opt against it. Really? Wait, is this seriously happening? McGill gets all the way to the side of this A bomb site, but the bomb is yet to make its way in. Another wave of smokes deployed. And yet, silence continues to ensue throughout the map. Zero Cool jump spots one player. Now, this could set the alarm bells ringing for Gofigure.
So now they understand that it's going to be an hit as Logan gets one. Megals down to the smoke with the P250 is burning, but he's still going to get taken down to the damage. Just hold on 8. So really careful as well. 4 versus 4 retake situation that's fired up. They do he does manage. Oh, I'm a little confused there, but he does manage to get a kill. Oh, he misses that one. That would have been insane. That P250 lands the headshot, but default, he's still gonna get taken. Crazy against one, the Deagle in 1v3 situation. Most often than not, you are gonna get taken down, and that's exactly what happens because all 3 players were towards the ramp area. Wicked Gaming to get 6th on the board. Gofigure still struggling.
Anna paints a good picture of what Wicked Gaming were attempting to do. All the contact plays that they work with their Mirage are somehow bringing in results in Vertigo. The philosophy hasn't changed, but because the map has, Wicked Gaming are finding so much more success. Let's see if Gofigure can figure their way out of this. Our solution seems to be aggression that Zero Cool brings in with zero chill. Goes all the way towards the bottom of the ramp, gets a kill through the smoke and continues to put the pressure, this time with Logan and Torres to assist him.
Why would you push now, man? Come on. You know they're gonna be holding on. They will be having an advantage there for sure. Fired up, gets another kill. Man, equalized now, 4v4. Having that advantage then immediately throwing it away, that's gonna hurt. 1 minute on the clock. The bomb pretty much might go towards B, as there's only 2 players at the moment, one of them holding mid as well, towards the platform. Yeah, there you go, it's gonna be the execution. I can see the flashes and the smokes getting prepared, or is it? Are they trying to fake it as Torres hold up? He gets multi-kill here, but I wouldn't say whiffed. He did manage to land the headshot, but kill switch still gets the kill as fired up. He gets taken down back to a 3v3, but kill switch being on 6 points of health is pretty much doable once again for the CTs, as they already predict it's going to be a hit. That matchup is going to be the... Oh my god, he is going to be the anchor on the side. But long battle gets a kill, but it's on to the player with 6 points of health, so it didn't really matter. As Logan gets a kill on the Crazy Game on the last one, it's default as he goes down as well. 2nd on the board, Gofigure. That push gave them a lot of information. Did not get any kills, but did get a lot of info.
Yeah, and Torres basically set the round in motion. His presence all the way towards the bottom of A ramp could be a statement that Gofigure need to keep doing this more often. Because Torres was able to get all that information, you had Long Barrel move into position at the best possible timing to intercept Wicked Gaming. Because Gofigure were able to convert that round into success, I hope they take their lesson from it. I hope they know when to press the W button, because so far they've been doing it towards A ramp on the back of these smokes, and it's given them an inconsistent amount of success. But one thing's for certain, if Gofigure make these same moves towards the mid round, then things really start to look up.
Ooh, fired up, holding on to that angle. I don't think he saw that pixel this time.
Yeah.
Still picked up the orb though, so they're feeling confident. The economy is not looking great for Wicked as well. I mean, Crazy Gamer still has 3650, but that's it. Oh, Zero Cool. Don't test it. Don't test it. Has to be careful. And this time he understands. He respects the player as well. Not going for the peek again. He knows there's an offer towards B platform. There's one player. Does he peek with a flash? Or does he not? That's the question. Yes, he did. McGills, he gets one, and now three players up. Roasting off to him. McGills with another. Triple. Torres and Zico, the only ones surviving right now. What can they do apart from save the weapons, as they cannot save the round anymore?
Not save the round anymore. Torres tries to make a hero play. At least avenges his brother by killing McGills and putting his kill streak to an end. Getting a double for himself. If he picks up a triple of his own, then he would have gone toe to toe.
They're going for the. I mean, he was trying to, do economy damage, I guess, because their economy looks decent. Gofigure. They can actually go in for a buy if they want to. Yeah, I think for Masters is on the cards there. I mean, they can still get an op on Logan, and that's about it. But they were trying to pick up the economy wicked. Well, it didn't work out. That was some really Michael. He was just, unfazed. He was just going in, trying to get those kills, and he did manage to get 3. Would have been. Come on, that was easy. That's textbook push from Logan.
Goes down first. McGills wants to channel his killing beast from the previous round. Unfazed and unbothered, he hustled through the defense of Gofigure and got that multi-kill to start things off. This time default. Macho. Good response, but I don't really see this solving the problems of Gofigure. Unless Long Barrel can make this move. Default is anticipating this. Torres pushed in here before. Long Barrel looks to do the same and gets punished the same way Torres did a couple of rounds ago. And now that Torres is the only man alive, the focus is truly on him. The curse of being in the limelight.
Macho, really low. Torres. In a 2 versus 4 situation. There's absolutely nothing that he can do once again with the weapons as well. Might as well save it, because the economy is not looking great, and Wicked Gaming, they don't want to give them the double-digit score line just yet. At least not in the first half. Because then, go figure, they already are a map down, and Wicked Gaming, they're going to be feeling really confident already with the 8th on the board right now. Probably the 9th as well, looking at the economy. So, if Go Figure lose the mind game, Wicked Gaming might just, get the free win over here. Macho barely standing on the edge there, making me a little anxious. Has to be careful, but probably going to be saving the ego. Default is down to 9 points. Default, that was close.
Yeah, close doesn't even begin to cut it. Regarding anxiety, man. Come on. Wicked Gaming love living on the edge. Your name is Edge. How are you getting anxious from this one?
Boy, he was just standing down there. I was like, maybe he's going to fall down and lose the weapon. That would have been disastrous.
Surely it would have, but yeah. I mean, I'm so tempted to make more jokes regarding Edge. And
I could feel it. I felt it. I could feel it coming, but it's okay, because this game's gonna take a while for sure. So there's gonna be plenty of opportunities for that one. But the nades were really good, and I thought for a second maybe there are not any more opportunities for the side of Go Figure to push and maybe get a kill. And right then, Logan pushes and gets one, and that Molotov was absolutely beautiful. Pushed him out at the last second. That spread at the end. That is unpredictable at times.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that's keeping Wicked Gaming ahead of Go Figure. Because certain things won't change. It's fired up or any other op from the side of Wicked Gaming, holding that position, holding the A ramp with the op, and them being careful about another re-aggression from Go Figure again. The one round which Go Figure was able to win recently was when Torres made that backstab, and from that point onwards, Wicked Gaming have changed their default to intercept that every single time. But there's a very awkward amount of freedom being given to Wicked Gaming towards mid. Macho trapped in this corner, playing that little head glitch angle. Yeah, eventually gets overpowered. But he has no backup. Long Barrel trapped towards squad. There's basically no cover for him, but he still gets through. Kills both the teams coming in from behind, and Torres comes in at the right possible time. all of a sudden Gofigure have a solution.
That was a big brain play coming in from Long Barrel. The way that he was hiding behind one single pillar. Defaulter, but there's nothing that he can do apart from save. I mean, come on, 2 seconds with 4 points of health and the bomb right on the side. That round was over. Long Barrel. Beautiful play.
Yeah, the one and none position that Logan was playing was something similar that Long Barrel was going for. I mean, because they were playing so individually, Logan was doomed to all oblivion. Long Barrel at least had the chance to pick up the fights that he wanted. He could either fight towards the mid connector or towards the bottom of stairs. He chose the latter and ended up getting a double kill for it. So, good for him. But then again, this is the kind of success that Gofigure cannot replicate again and again.
Both these teams, they are predicting both of them to, you know, I mean, they're predicting the other to be aggressive, so they're using a lot of utilities pretty early into the round. Now, that is something I think, you know, you kind of have to watch out for, because if you had those grenades later on, in the previous round at least, they could have actually cleared that angle.
Yeah.
So instead of just spamming it towards mid and the stairs, they did push for it, and right now he's going to be an execution before he missed Long Barrel. He missed first one, and Mafiola is going to get him down as Long Barrel. Finally, but immediately turned it in the smoke as well. He's going to pick this back up. What is this? Left bot, look at that. 2 places, that's all they were. 2 places, 5 CTs.
And 5 dead bodies. Kind of made it easy for Wicked Gaming to clear out the corners, right? You only got to check 2 of those places, so everyone just lines up for them. And Wicked Gaming really getting into the groove now. Triple the amount of rounds that Gofigure have. Boy.
And they're going for the fourth ball here. Going not allowed. Oh,
Yeah.
the wall bang. The wall bang. Well, Logan dealt 19 points. Managed to find it out. They took 40. So, I think it's a good trade.
Yeah, but at least they both alive. That's what matters. And the moment I say that, Crazy Gamer and McGill's turn on their charm. Dispatching Long Barrel and Logan out of the server. Even Torres is running alive. The sound fuse must have been deafening for him. Zero cool. By both sides, Torres tries to rescue him, and he ends up doing it successfully. Great job. But in doing so, he's given away his position. Fired up, had the element of surprise until he started running, and he has no idea where Torres is. Torres will spot the shadow first, but Fired Up still wins the duel.
Come on. He was low as well. Could have actually got no one. Maybe it would have been a 1v1. It feels like once again I don't know why exactly the other player actually just turned to the right for a second. Maybe he lifted his mouse or something. He was looking at his teammate for a second. That was just, come on, that's unacceptable. And this is I say that they get themselves a double pretty early into the game.
Yeah, whatever Gofigure couldn't do in the previous round, they make well adjustments. Okay.
And the bomb.
Yeah, the bombs dropped there, and dropped it, also got spotted, but Fired Up and kills, which again, a double peek comes through from either side, and when the dust is settled, it's Long Barrel who comes out triumphant. Zero with the final kill. Gofigure are finally standing up to the bully, finally showing Wicked that they aren't the only ones who can be wicked. But is it too little too late?
Double did already on the board for Wicked. That is the only thing that's, you know, scaring me right now. If you're a fan of Gofigure, that has to be in your head. Especially if you are Gofigure themselves. Double digit means they're on the verge of, you know, closing. They just need 6 more to end it. Well, Gofigure, they need 12. That's a double. So they get at least 10-5. Maybe on the T's, they also can put up a good fight. Because when you're on the T side, you get to, you know, decide the pace of the game. 9 out of 10 times. Unless the CTs decide to push off. So Wicked Gaming, if they get the 11th on the board, once again, 11-4 is also one of those, I feel like, you know, one of those cursed kind of score lines. 11-4. So if you know, they believe in it, maybe they can, you know, make a comeback after that.
Whether you believe in curses or not, superstition, all these kind of unexplainable things that exists in the world, all these phenomenons of community-generated beliefs, they all start to ring true once you have enough time to think about them, to think about the occult, to think about the world beyond. Look at what's coming from beyond this peak. Nobody would have seen it coming. Wicked Gaming basically start playing Janmashtami, and they stack one player on top of the other and deliver like killing you on the wrong battle. Logan is able to pick one up. There's just way too many players to actually be able to trade effectively.
I'm sorry, you lost me.
That's what it was, right? The boost comes out from nowhere. I mean, everybody knows that that boost exists. But Gofigure never would have thought that Wicked Gaming would actually deploy it.
Probably people are gonna probably be like, "What is wrong with Edge?" But I actually don't know what Zen Master. I don't know what you meant by Zen Master. I mean, I know it's a festival. That's about it. I don't know the reference there, so I'm really sorry. But that was just it just caught me off guard. But
That's the
yeah,
intention,
you can explain it to me later on as Wicked. Get the 11. Go figure. Now with the side switch, maybe something can happen here. The spark. They're still waiting for a kill switch. Getting that aggressive angle onto the stairs already. Waiting for it. If someone walks into this angle without Jiggle peeking, that's a free kill.
Unless you could throw in a bunch of flashes and push him out of position. Gofigure do have two smokes. Where they choose to use it is the question. Kill switch though gets away. Even though he was double peaked, he did not take any damage, so he will take what he can. And that's only info for now. But regardless, he hasn't made any moves with regards to location. Wicked Gaming still holding on to the angles that they were in before, but Kill switch deciding to commit. He's figured out that Gofigure have gone away from the B side, so he will try to sandwich them. And as they're trying to climb up this A ramp, Crazy Gamer makes the first move. Flash comes in from defaulter to allow him to get that tag, and McGill's is just clean. Flash, but luckily luckily McGill's doesn't get punished for it. Kill switch wipes up the rest, and Wicked Gaming, even though there was a team flash, they have absolutely no problems cleaning up shop.
Yeah, I need to know what Michaels had for lunch today. Because he is on point. Clean as ever. Those shots were crisp. Coming in from him. And now Gofigure. Well, 4. Wicked Gaming on the verge of closing it. 12 rounds. Looking really good for the 13. The Devil's number is going to be on the cards anytime soon. Gofigure, they have a lot of Devils to fight right now. And yeah, Logan just pushed in through the molly and had no backup. Something that we've witnessed multiple times in these tournaments and also in a lot of pub matches.
Can be broken down. And luckily Default has the weapons which can mint money. He tells McGills to back up. Crazy Gamer steps in with the right weapons, and Wicked Gaming capitalize on the downfall of Gofigure. Like quite literally indulging in capitalizing. Rounding up those $600 kill rewards.
Another flawless. I mean, they just you know, getting money, as you said, just minting money at the point.
Yep.
Back 4. Go figure. What can they do? What can they do, Pips? And also another question that pops up. Why have they not taken a timeout?
Oh yeah, I forgot those existed.
Like,
They also
why?
forgot it existed.
Oh, that was nasty. Oh, Crazy Gamer. That's a violation. Do the smoke with an MP9. Yeah, they're just bullying them at this point. They're straight up bullying them.
stealing lunch money. That is if Gofigure had money. They finally are able to score guns, but then again they're on the verge of losing their guns. Long has to climb up yet again, and he gets that shot. Somehow turns a 1v4 into a 1v1, and now he is on 1 health point. This would be the clutch of the game if he actually pulls this off. Bomb recovered. Kill switch has to be doubting himself now. He last saw a long barrel just underneath him, but given the amount of time that has passed, he could be anywhere. Kill switch now has to gamble towards being on the ace side, and luckily his stars align. That's exactly where long barrel is headed to. They might end up playing ring around the rosies with each other. As soon as the smoke goes down, Kill switch picks it up. What's up? And there it is.
I mean,
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say that I feel bad for Long Barrel. He tried his level best, survived beyond whatever was expected.
With 1 point of all, that was like maybe, you know, that would have been insane. But in a 1v1 situation like that, when you didn't clear side, I feel like you should just, you know, not go for the default plan. Maybe go for something awkward, because you don't want to, even a wallbang can take you down. So I mean, maybe it's just me, but anyway, forward. Logan gets one. Instead traded out, but then there's another trade coming in. Back and forth. Long barrel gets one. Back and forth, as I said. Defaulter takes him down.
This weird kerfuffle of back and forth kills is one that leaves Gofigure more confused than giving them answers. Oh! Tech 9'd McGills eats one in the most dirty way possible. Torres with a drive-by. And another one! This guy, he's channeling the Tupac's Revenger.
Avenger.
Yeah.
Well, right now, he's saving it. Saving the op. And they kind of have to, because the economy on kill switch, I don't know how he has 6200, because his teammates have scrap. 1950 on Crazy Gamer, that's about it. 1050 on Defaulter, and Miguel has like 350. He's trying to go for the no scope. Oh my god, okay. Okay, as soon as he pulled the knife out, I was like, yes, please do it. And he did. And I mean, they did win the round though, go figure, but that's just insult to injury.
At what cost?
At what cost?
Absolutely filthy. But the fact that our producers showed that in the highlights also tells us that we are, to some extent, degenerates. We indulge in some other person's misery. You know, we are terrible people this way.
I can't take it, but what a flash. They can't take it either. That was a beautiful flash. Caught two completely off guard. 0 celebration as well. Down to 13 points as well. That's a good push. Go figure, feeling heat yet again.
I mean, if feeling the heat was a medieval expression, this guy would be purgatory, or whatever their version of purgatory is. Macho, left alone, gets a nice shot onto Crazy Gamer, but then he has to go all the way back to collect the bomb and then still make a move. At least he's got plenty of time, but he's got danger lurking around every corner. Fire up with a quick flick, shuts it down and gets to map and series point. They are one step away from confirming their tickets to Delhi.
That was so good. That shot at the end, I mean, it was just good to watch, satisfying as hell. Go figure. 5-15. Yesterday, I believe we saw a similar scoreline, right? 5-15, and then that's where Fire Up Gaming tried to do a comeback on Inferno. Or was, I'm not really sure if that was it. Yeah, that was something similar as Fire Up now. Opening things up. 0 goals gets taken down immediately. Traded up. 4v4 yet again. Killswitch, a beautiful headshot. 1 player down. 3v4 situation. Wicked Gaming. They can smell victory yet again. But go figure. They're not done yet. They're not done yet. Defaulter. Alright, so now bomb is gonna get planted. 45 seconds on the clock. 3v2 retake situation. Crips, take it away.
Wicked Gaming not having the necessity to win this round, but they will try regardless. And Crazy Gamer starts things off. Was feeling himself up until now, but Crazy Gamer is on the roll. Long Battle has to go for the reload. Gets really hurt by McGills, gives away his position to Molly to flush him out. Long Battle tanks a little bit of damage, but doesn't peek out. And when he finally does, he does it with the Deagle. Stylishly executes McGills and keeps his team alive for just that much longer. But Wicked Gaming are more than comfortable getting this round away. Sure, they don't have the economy in the next round to follow up, but they have way too much of a score deficit to start sweating now.
That's a really comfortable safety cushion they're sitting on right now. Wicked Gaming. They are not worried about this. They're gonna go for an eco anyway. Upgraded pistols, 1, 5, 7, and 4 eagles. They're gonna be running beautiful. Comes up when the 5-7 is up. No use, and he's gonna get taken down immediately. Pretty game up for the eagle. So just one immediately traded him out, and now at 4v4. And then we see the smoke is absolutely beautiful, and so is the flash. Although blinded, got that thrifty and confirmed it because there's no way they do that. A 2v4 and an AK retrieved on kill switch as well.
Now, Macho trying to beat the hero, unfortunately dies a hero's death. Glorious but tragic. Long Battle facing certain defeat, staring in the face of adversity and hoping for a helping hand. And his hands must be quaking right now. Mine would be if I was in a situation.
He did once last time to save his team in a 1v1. 1v2 kind of. Now he needs to do it in a 1v3 with an AWP in his hand. It's just too much, and Wicked Gaming with nothing but upgraded pistols upgrade their status, and they are gonna be heading to Delhi for the LAN. What a match this was. One-sided affair, yes, but much more composed than the one on Mirage.
Yes, I have to admit, Wicked Gaming was a completely different beast on Vertigo. Every contact play they tried on Mirage failed, but on Vertigo, it worked like a charm. A massive 11-4 lead amassed in the first half by them on the back of these contact plays. And it seems like they figured out the formula to success. Let's see if they can use the same formula to win in the finals. Of course, the answer to that we will find out after a week or two once the LAN starts. But man, oh man, Gofigure looked so similar in both these games. On the other hand, Wicked Gaming just seemed like an evolved version of themselves on Vertigo. It's like they weren't even the same team that we saw on Mirage.
Definitely. I mean, as you mentioned, Gofigure, there was, pretty much basic gameplay, like, the one they showed on Mirage as well. But for Wicked Gaming, and as we mentioned, Wicked in the first one, but a lot more composed, a lot more calm and collected on the second one, a lot more coordinated as well. Those flashes, those smokes were perfect. Everything just went well for them. This was, they showed us how a team should show. I mean, how a team should, show up and play. It was just beautiful to watch.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Wicked Gaming seemed so much more composed and calm in this match. Vertigo seems to be a one-sided affair for every team that we have seen so far. Yesterday, we saw Kingpins pick it up, and they won convincingly with a 16-5 scoreline. Something similar happened over here as well. Now, of course, now that Wicked Gaming are Kingpins, both of them are in the finals and both of them are comfortable on Vertigo. We can at least get one thing down in pen and paper. Vertigo, if it ever gets picked at the LAN finals, will be an absolute banger to watch because both the finalists seem to be excellent on this map. Whether the rest of the maps will follow suit or they will have different stories of their own, I know what I want to watch when the LAN finally rolls around.
I mean, I'll tell you what I want to watch: Anubis and Ancient. It's a big ask, but I believe if these two maps come up, it's going to be much more interesting to watch, including Vertigo. So you know what? We'll skip the Inferno, Mirage, and everything else. Why don't we just give the audience something different, something new? That is Anubis and Ancient. So if that comes in, it's going to be interesting. But once again, these teams have a lot of time now in their hands, so they can go ahead and practice these new maps as well. I mean, relatively new maps, because all these other maps kind of like the OGs ones. So they have been there for a while. They pretty much know every single thing. And as you mentioned, both the finalists are very, very good on Vertigo. So it is going to be a treat to watch, but the other maps as well. It's going to be really interesting to see the strats coming up, especially not just for us, not just for the audience, but the the upcoming players as well.
Well, let's take a look at the MVP of the match. I have a good feeling it's gonna be fired up. Although, if McGill's won this category, then I wouldn't be surprised either. Both these players were super good. They were at the top of their form. It's almost like I was watching a bunch of magicians do their work, bamboozle their audience, which in this match happened to be their opponents. Fired up with the AWP, McGill's with his relentless assaulting and entry fragging prowess just dazzled everybody.
Well, player of the game definitely is fired up, but if you ask me about the play of the game, I would be like maybe the knife one, maybe the save knife, because that was just just good to watch. I mean, obviously that's not going to be the play because usually it's supposed to be something that actually helped you win the round, not something just destroyed the enemy's mental game. But yeah, this is about the player. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard as well. Really good for fired up himself. Absolutely phenomenal gameplay. But talking about his teammates as well, Hills was sitting on 21. Crazy Gamer on 19, Michael sitting on 17. That push where he, just ran in towards mid towards B, getting a triple. That was, that's another contender for the play of the match for me.
Yeah, that was just a wrecking ball play, man. McGill tore through them. Killswitch, on the other hand, very consistent with his backup, never making the star plays or the more highlight-worthy clips, but always just present at the right time and the right place. Defaulter, on the other hand, like his name suggested, defaulted and floated around the map, acting like the back end of his team, stepping up whenever it was necessary, just basically making sure that no stragglers from the side of Gofigure get through. But overall, everybody on Wicked Gaming showed up today. Not a single one of their players below the 1 KD mark. Meanwhile, on Gofigure, none of them were able to create as much impact as they would have been able to in the previous game. Long Barrel getting plenty of frags, partially because he was opping and because he was able to go on these multi-frag streaks often. But everybody else on his team, Macho, Torres, Ziroku, Logan, just simply not having a good game.
Because of Wicked Gaming, because they completely shut them down. I mean, we were talking about the switch of pace. Right from round number 1, Wicked Gaming were a different team when compared to Mirage. Gofigure still had the same mindset coming into this second map up, but Wicked Gaming I think they also realized like, what the hell are we doing, guys? Like, Mirage, come on, this is not how we play. So I think they snapped finally and showed up very very big on this one for sure. Long as we were talking about the KDs as well, right? Gofigure, Longbell is the only one that has 1 KD. Everyone else, well, way below their potential for sure. But it is what it is. Wicked Gaming, definitely the better team today.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Wicked Gaming, the better team today, and the second finalist of WD Black Cup Season 4. These guys have punched in their tickets to the LAN finals in Delhi. The details of it can be found on our social media, so go ahead and follow Skyesports Gaming on Instagram and Twitter. It's happening from 16th to 17th February. The location exactly, you can find the details for that on our social media, and many more updates to come in that one location. So go ahead and follow our handles. You can find the links to them in the description below. There's also several other things happening on LAN, not just the WD Black Cup. We will have plenty of show matches, plenty of cool meet and greet opportunities. So definitely show up if you are from Delhi or any other surrounding regions.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun for all the gamers. It is going to be a lot of fun for all the fans as well. But it's going to be a lot of fun if you take out your phone and, get that camera out. Press on the small QR thingy, and then you will be able to scan this QR code. So, Clips, why don't you take us through what happens after you scan this?
So if you guys have purchased any WD product in the recent past, you will be able to claim some prizes. Obviously, that depends on what you've purchased and which distributor you purchased it from. There's a bunch of instructions regarding that, but you can check out all of those after you've scanned this QR code. It's quite self-explanatory after that. So go ahead and give it a try if you want some nice goodies. Big thanks to WD Black for making all this possible, for making sure that the viewers also have an incentive, and it's not just the players who win something for participating in this one. This tournament was also powered by Nvidia GeForce, Amazon.in, and of course Skyesports. But most of all, big thanks to WD Black for making all this possible. It wouldn't have been possible without them. Thanks for bringing CSGO back, the OG 5v5 game, the OG tactical shooter, the one that kicked off esports in India, and now it's making a stylish comeback.
Definitely. I mean, it's been a while since we've witnessed CSGO. But once again, huge shout out to everyone. As Crips mentioned, once again, Crips, it's been an honor and a pleasure casting alongside you and Pai as well, who's not here at the moment. But huge shout out to all the one at the the production team as well. Krusty especially doing his job from the back. Sometimes we can't hear him, but most of the times we just avoid him. But anyway, with that, we will be done for the tournament for this one, at least until we see you next time, maybe in the LAN for the finals. Until next time, before we end though, Crips, do you have anything to say?
No, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and having fun along with us. I definitely had a lot of fun. Hopefully you did too. But let me assure you, there's a lot more that will happen on LAN. So mark the dates, mark your calendars, pull out your Google Maps and figure out where this is, and we'll see you there.
Here, 26 से 28 पॉइंट चाहिए था. I am waiting. Points calculation. Secures the round and he secures the victory.
Champion Asteria, congratulations for winning this beautiful tournament.
All these white lies got me hypnotized. Get out of my head, get into my bed, I'm broken. It's only a matter of time. Shifting my paradigms. You hold me, you hurt me, I'm sinking and drowning, and I don't deserve it. Your heart is frozen. The water is rising, and I'm just a drop in the ocean. Drop in the ocean. I'm guilty of loving you. I'm guilty of loving You pick me up and pull me down, hold me up so I don't drown. Got your head up in the clouds, nothing left of us now. Your heart is frozen. The water is rising and I'm just a drop in the ocean. Falling, slow motion. You're a tsunami and I'm just a drop in the ocean. I'm guilty of loving you. I'm guilty of loving you.
to realign. Reconnecting my foundation, reunite. Oh, I'm digging.